in the whip, I do the dash. Switching lanes to the stash, I'm on the money mission. This a different type of swag, on a different type of time. This a different type of bag, guess I'm jumping in.
All right. Oh, I think he's on. You ready? You ready? I said, I think he's in. You ready?
Yeah, put him in. Wait.
Late. Too late.
All right, showtime. Hello there.
Yo, man, I'm on my.
Oh man, we like. Yo. Yo. Yo, we sitting there looking like what?
Oh shit! Hold on, I lost my headphones. Oh man. Hold on.
What's the name?
Hold on.
I'm in her joint, and that's gonna have funny.
Oh, God, you caught up on green like whoa.
I'm saying like, yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like,
some of us, it was like, wait, I'm looking, I'm like, all right. I don't know what he got us on, but
I said, yo, I'm saying, I like, oh, I thought we had Ty tonight. Yeah. This hit me with a surprise guest. I see hit me with a surprise guest. Okay. Oh shit. Oh man. What up, man?
Coolin', man. How's everything with y'all, man?
Live and blessed, man. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Trying to keep busy, trying to stay active out here.
How?
You know, we dealing with some strange times right now since the last conversation we had.
And who would have thought it would got stranger since that one?
Man.
Yeah.
It got stranger.
Man, listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm anything can happen. I'm waiting for anything at this moment. You know, we just trying to continue to keep myself right mentally, spiritually, staying armed up, staying healthy. For real. I can't even sugarcoat it no other way. Practice your Second Amendment, all of it. Not just your arms, but all of it. Regulate militia and all of it. It's real out here. So, how you guys?
We can't call it. Before we get too far, a little brief introduction. We got me.
Brief introduction.
Capital E, a.k.a.
Uh-oh. It's been a while. Get them off.
Boogie,
Okay.
a.k.a. CP3 3705. a.k.a. CP 3705. That's for fools that don't change the name on the Zoom, yo. So,
oh man. Wait, but hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't catch all your AKs. What was the first one you said? I want to know if you said what I think you said. That's what I'm trying to. Did you say what I think you said? Oh, okay. What you say after that?
That's Luan.
Oh, you didn't say 1-0?
And then I said El Boogie.
Oh, El Boogie. Wait.
Yeah, you gotta roll with it. You gotta pick him up, yo. You gotta roll with it.
I gotta roll with it. Oh shit. Oh man. Nah, that's good. What up? It's your boy Gunny over here. You already know. See, I don't need all that extra stuff.
I don't know where you put it.
This is what? You finished the introduction.
You said, that's it? My name is Gunny?
See, man. Black people don't pay attention to their own shit, man. No one look at this shit, man. Look at this.
Come on, man.
You said your name Gunny? You did your introduction? Come on, man.
What's his name again? Nah.
Oh, man.
But we are, blessed to have one of our brothers,
Yes.
Ty, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, hanging in, kicking it with us again.
Ty from CT.
We covered so much ground the last time, we had to do it again.
Word.
Had to.
And,
I ain't going front. I thought you was just calling me to talk on the phone.
Yeah, it goes back to that. I'm looking at that picture. I'm like, why is it audio only? What the hell is- I was like, yo, I can't wait to see my face.
I'm signing to different accounts. You know what I mean?
I'm looking at the name like, who? Got the picture, hey.
Like, oh, let me.
Yo, for real. Start looking around, make sure hey.
Yo.
Make sure the old lady ain't creep up with, hey. Who you talking to, huh?
Yeah, we both froze like, wait a minute. Nobody said looking.
I was just like.
We both were just looking like, huh?
Man, shout out to Jess on my team, man. I be having to log into her Zoom, and out of all days was crazy. Most days I be trying to log in like, I don't got the password saved. Cause when we go live online, we use Zoom sometimes, so I gotta log into hers. And this time is just ironic enough.
Had the picture of the lady, and then I heard a deep voice, "What up, fellas?" Well, whoa, what the hell? What is going on?
Yeah.
Are we being punked?
What's going on? Yeah.
I said I had to set you guys up for the man. It's real out here, man.
Oh shit, it is.
Messiah. These are real things, bro.
It is.
For real.
Yes.
And we ain't playing, man, because like I said, the conversation now is way different than what it was before.
Right.
I know the energy I feel within myself is way different than anything I ever experienced. Like even whether it was police brutality in the past or facing it myself, or black men getting killed, black women getting killed by police, child sex trafficking, like all these different things that were going on around us, bro. We've been programmed very, very badly.
Oh yeah.
So for a lot of years, like growing up, a lot of these things are happening and not necessarily knowing how to react to them. You know what I mean? But this right now is like in my soul. My ancestors came, and every day they just keep guiding me right. It's different.
Nah, I definitely.
I ain't got nothing else for you besides that. It's different. So wherever we talk on this conversation today, just know like it's a different type of time. Like
I like that.
It's the real thing.
Yo, the crazy thing is like, like the conversation that we that you know what I'm saying, like when I would hit you up sometimes on Facebook or whatever, it's almost totally like you know what I'm saying, it's like progressed like even further, and it's only been what, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Remember, like before we were talking about some other stuff. Now it's like so many other things done took precedence and then took done grew legs. You know what I'm saying? Is we're running in a couple different directions right now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it's happening on the federal level. Things are happening on the state level, and things are happening on the local level. And they're all tied to a bigger picture, of course, or a bigger agenda, I will say. But they're each are functioning, individually. Each branch, like the state is doing different things than the city. Like right now, even with schools reopening, like I know our Waterbury superintendent was kind of waiting for she was waiting for the governor, and the governor put it back on the city like, nah, we're just gonna get the guidance, the schools do their own thing. So everybody is like, nobody wants to blame. Nobody doesn't want to blame. Essentially, nobody doesn't want to man up. Nobody doesn't want to, stand in, I guess, the truth of the hour and how we really get past these things, whether it's COVID-19 or whether it's civil unrest. It's just a lot of people don't want to face the truth. They want to dance around it, and we cannot dance around it no more.
Oh no. Shit gotta be done now, man.
What was something like probably like a couple blocks, maybe miles away, it's on everybody's doorstep right now. So, you know what I'm saying, you gotta address it. You know what I'm saying? It's like right here. And just like the whole thing with the schools. What are you gonna do? What's the plan? Technically, school's supposed to start next month. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, school's supposed to start at the end of the month.
Yeah, this month.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the plan? Like, you know, how many teachers are still around? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, teachers ain't really feeling it, and I respect it. I respect anybody that doesn't want to go back. And you know, you have two different sides to the coin, I guess, because you have one side that feel as though the virus is not as real, like it's just like a normal flu, and that the media and all these different people are hyping it up, and then you have people that feel that it's very well real and they don't care what the media is saying. They know what's happening in real time.
Right.
And, you know, how do you balance those two different sides of emotions and thoughts that people may have, and feelings and morals and beliefs and religion? And when you start tying all these things in together, the truth is, bruh, it's gonna get worse before it get better.
So check this out. Just, you know, you kind of touched upon it too, like as we kind of like started out the conversation. I know me and bro, we was talking maybe the episode we had with William King, or it could have been the episode before that. We was talking about, like we brought up the bottom line. What's your bottom line? You know what I'm saying? And bottom line, you know, meaning of, when it comes to employment or whatever, like what's your, you know, either I have to get this, or like even like, you know, going for another job or whatever. My bottom line is I got to make at least this, or I got to make at least that. With, you know, everything changing so drastically financially and within society, you know what I'm saying? You know, and all this is like since March, and we're only just, you know, August.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do a bottom line still exist? Is there still a bottom line? Because, and the reason why I say that is because there's so many people, number one, that's just looking for anything. So people, and these are people that had jobs, probably been working jobs, you know, like with the sense of security. Now those jobs is, you know, non-existent or, you know, temporarily shut down or whatever. Like, now does that change your bottom line? Like, now it's like, do I take anything? I mean, granted, we know the unemployment thing is, you know, but that's gonna stop if it wasn't supposed to stop today or something like that.
Actually, on the 31st, it's last day of July, right?
Well, the additional $600 stop, but the regular unemployment through each state is still in place. It's just the $600, the extra $600 that stop. But the thing about it is, though, is you have different states that have a maximum unemployment benefit of $352 or $278, and then you have states that have like a $600 or $700 unemployment maximum. So if you are in Florida, for example, and you made $15,000 or $1,500 a week, the maximum you could get from unemployment is $278. It doesn't matter if you made $1,500 a week.
It don't matter.
And I know the Republicans, I think this was kind of the tie-up with the bill, and a lot of people wasn't seeing it, that the Republicans are trying to push on to the state. From what I'm seeing and kind of reading through it, the Republicans are pushing on the states to implement the 70% of what people used to gross to pay out that on a state level. So get rid of those state minimums that they have, and every state individually through their unemployment system pay out 70% of what that person was making before they went in, which may be better, but we have to see how that plays out. Politics is a crazy game that's going on right now. They just throwing money at it, throwing money at whatever, bruh. Throwing money at even in Connecticut, bro. In 11 days, Connecticut had $1 billion in expenditures. In 11 days.
11 days.
11 days, $1 billion. About a week.
So all that got allocated.
It got sent somewhere.
It was already pre-appointed to go somewhere.
So, a lot of this is COVID stuff.
Okay.
But some of it is pre-appointed, but a lot of this is COVID stuff. And anyone could check it out on opencheckbook.ct.gov. That is it's a checkbook for the whole state on where, expenditures and stuff like that, down to the account numbers and everything. Of course, you gotta know what you're looking for, but
Right.
I was looking on that, and it's a public platform, through the comptroller's office. So I was up there and I was looking at certain things, and I was looking at some places money was getting sent to. I'm like, looking into it, like, this is an offshore account. What is offshore? Why are we sending money to offshore accounts? Well, opencheckbook.ct.gov. Look it up. Look it up.
See, hey, for our listeners, tune into that. That's some vital information. So, in terms of, okay, it's like a universal. We're in the battle universally.
Hey, I really didn't know we was doing this, yo. I'm with it though. Like, I'm here.
I'm about to say, shit. What you want? Switch gears? What you want to do?
Nah. I'm like, yo, I would have tapped in one of my people to come on with me because we could really.
I mean, if you can reach out, you want to send them the link, whatever.
I could send them the link, but yeah, because we could really get into it.
Yeah, send the link.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's important, and I've been waiting to talk to y'all, especially when Wari been hitting me and not hitting me back. So ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed.
Like, oh my
God, ain't nothing changed with them, bro. Ain't nothing changing. You know that. But man, because like I said, I would have told you, man, listen, bro, lock in 2 hours because we need to unpack a lot of things for our people. Because honestly, bro, we're in some crucial moments. We're in some crucial moments as Black people, as a society, as just members of just residents of the city that we're in the state that we're in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So in terms of, like, what's y'all take on, like, semi-normal? I mean, obviously we're in the middle of the new normal right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I start seeing commercials with the mask, I'm like, oh man, the mask ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere at all, bro.
The mask ain't going nowhere, yo. Companies investing millions, if not billions, for the commercial. Just promoting, like, the fact that somebody got a mask on. So it's like, we ain't going where this what it is. Get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Any new commercial you see now, they got masks on. Domino's, all, you know what I mean? They all got masks on. I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But, like, in terms of, like, when you figure, like, entertainment and stuff like that, when does that go back to something? I don't even want to say normal, like, you know what I'm saying? When does that go back to something?
Entertainment? So, yeah, so as far as, like, and I sent my boy the link, he might be jumping in, so he might jump in the room. Right now, I know what we're doing with the music festivals is most of them got pushed, well, all of them got pushed to 2021. Yeah, some got pushed to 2022. It probably won't be until about April, maybe March, April of 2021 before you really start seeing those type of big events again.
I'm about to let him in.
Oh, no, you good.
What's up, bro?
How y'all got profile pics?
Yeah, my guys. Yo, Demetre, what's good? Yo, Demetre, this is my boy Lawan, and this is my boy.
AKA 3705.
What's going on,
bro? Like,
what's going on with you, man?
Bro, I grew up.
How y'all living?
I grew up with these dudes, bro. They got a podcast. We're doing a live one right now, and I was like, yo, I didn't even know we was about to do this. They called me off guard. I was like, yo, let me tap in my boy real quick because
we live right now.
Nah, we not live.
I mean, we recorded, but we're not live.
Okay.
Oh, no. I was like, yo, let me
set me
tap
up, Ty. He about to say, yo, you set me up.
Nah, yo, my boy, this is my guy right here. He, you know, he's the president of Waterbury Strong, which is the collective that we started. Once everything started picking up, you know, we knew we had to kind of formulate a group that could rally behind Black issues and put, you know, our issues at the front. A lot of times we get mixed in and we, you know, other, I guess you could say, others people's issues or other groups' issues come before ours, you know, and we can't allow that no more. Not even we can't allow that. We, as Black people, we have to understand we have to come together to put us first for everybody. So Demetre is good. He's the abolitionist. He wants to abolish the police department. He's real to the deal. So yeah, I wanted to tap him in. So yeah, y'all can continue on and we get to it though.
Yeah, we're Mr. E-Dub, aka
CP 3705.
Okay,
CP 3705.
What does CP stand for? Just curious.
CP 3705. You asking me questions, bro. You ain't asking somebody else what their joint stand for. Why you gotta ask me mine?
They got their names. I'm just asking.
That's my name, yo. That's my name.
That's funny.
All right, lead us up though. Set us up. You want to ask the question again about the bottom line, or?
Well. Basically, do you think the bottom line has changed from like, okay, going back to let's just say January, December, or let's say the last Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's spending and you know living life like you know what I'm saying like there's nothing. Not like there's nothing, but just you know, like we don't have to care. Like you know what I'm saying. 3 months later, we're gonna be going through this pandemic. So everybody's bottom line, I'm sure, has changed. Some people, with the you know elimination of a lot of jobs, where people probably felt like they had job security, in growth, to suddenly it's like, nah, yo, we got to shut the doors, or you know, you unemployment for a minute. We got to you know figure this thing out, you know, because not only big corporations, but a lot of smaller corporations is just like going through it, like you know what I'm saying, just kind of like you know going through the woods, just trying to figure out you know what I'm saying where the water is. So do you think a lot of people's bottom line has if it's changed? You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by that, the bottom line is like you know you might get on the job, it's like yo, if this job ain't pay, I got to get at least this, or I got to get at least that for me to work this job, or for me to live. Like you know what I'm saying, we all got a bottom line that we got to at least make to sustain our livelihood, whether it's bills, money to, you know, go on vacation, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, but we all got a bottom line where monthly, or sometimes weekly, but monthly, we got to get, boom, this X amount. Do you think what we're going through right now, that bottom line has changed?
Yeah, absolutely, 1,000%. I can't tell you what that bottom line may be now, you know, or what I may think it may be, but yeah, it changed. I think people just want liberation, and a lot of people don't even know what liberation looks like.
That's what
so when we start talking bottom line, you know, I asked Demetre what you think about that, but I think people, you know, definitely has changed.
Yeah, I would say so too. I think it's important to point out that everybody's bottom line was different to begin with. You know, so and I'm assuming you guys are talking about the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
The COVID. Yeah, so the pandemic hasn't done anything but highlight the disparities in people's bottom lines. You know, but I think the lifelines that people have or had or are supposed to have, they're all different as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So it happens, you know, like, you know, some people are barely making it across normally now in the pandemic. Now they can't make it. They're barely making it right now, or they can't make it at all. And, you know, so that's just the reality of the situation. And it hurts. And like it hurts and it sucks that, you know, people don't want to help out the people we know are most vulnerable in these situations. You know, I know if you guys are caught up, like the $600 unemployment payments, they stopped today.
Okay, so we just right before you got on, We just mentioned that. What we were talking about.
Right.
So that stops today. So how does that change? So think about this. So it stops today. The $600 stops today, right?
Yep.
Now, there's thousands of people that's been getting that $600, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of those people you think was actually securing for when it stops, as opposed to spending frivolously and, you know what I'm saying? Not, thinking it's going to be forever. And then what happens now that it stops? What happens?
Well, I mean,
are we prepared for another stimulus, or, you know what I mean?
I mean, to be honest, if you want the cold-hearted truth, like, their stimulus checks don't mean anything. They don't mean shit.
No.
To be anything.
Well, you know what? What it means for some is a false sense of security.
Right. That's exactly what it is. So this is what I would say. What I would say is, a lot of people, some people when they got their unemployment benefits, some people, they were buying, like, we'll go out and buy some Jordans, some Concords or something. You know what I mean? But that shouldn't. That's just something that you just have to live with. People like to live off welfare. You know what I mean? Even though it's not designed for that. But you're not going to cut the whole entire welfare program just because there are a few people that are quote unquote abusing it. But it seems like that's the narrative that our political leaders are using for these $600 unemployment benefits. Like, oh, people are making more money. That takes away the incentive to work, and it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, people are still living paycheck to paycheck on a pandemic. Like, we still have rent. Since they didn't want to freeze rent or cancel mortgage payments, and we still have to be obligated to that. You didn't want to give us the cure for the disease. You wanted to give us some cure for a symptom. Then that's the environment that y'all created. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, like, if we need it now. We need it now. Like, that's just common sense.
Right.
I definitely.
So I think it's.
What you say, Mike?
I definitely need that shit. Look, I needed just to give it back.
Listen, man, both industries that I do, the music festival industry, and then the other thing I was doing, the asset recovery, that's both of them been stopped since March, bro.
Yeah,
right.
That's
people's way of life.
Festivals coming back in 2021. So yeah, I got some work next year, but for the rest of this year, and we're losing a lot of venues. A lot of music venues are closing too, so it's gonna be rough.
On the bright side, the year is almost over. That's
bro,
one thing, man. That shit's still moving fast.
But listen, we ain't see aliens yet. We ain't see we ain't have a crazy storm.
Didn't they just release a statement that is true? They're like the government just released a statement that is true, that there is alien shits out there and they got technology that we don't have.
But they found pieces of an aircraft that was not made on this earth.
Piece of aircraft?
Yeah.
But I mean, not to get too
get into it.
But don't you remember that? Do you guys listen to Farrakhan or whatever? He spoke about like that ship that a lot of them went up on.
What you talking about?
Farrakhan. He spoke about a ship. I know I'm not saying the right word, but he spoke about that let's say aircraft, alien aircraft that a lot of
UFOs
that some of them went up on.
Demetre, I got the bottle, bro.
Yeah, I just had one. I just know. You already know. You know I'm prepared already.
Man, it's Sunday, man. My boys caught me off guard. I'm nice.
Caught him off guard. Yeah. hey, since everybody doing social distancing, this is the new pull-up. Pull up, we're doing a podcast, then we live.
There you go.
But Farrakhan, there's some people that spoke about it, the alien stuff like that. I mean, we don't know how much the government tell us.
Well, I say y'all believe in that?
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, bro, you gotta think about it. The Earth is like this, and the universe is like everything else around.
The galaxy is so big.
Right.
The galaxy is so big.
Right.
The galaxy is so big. How could it not be?
Bro, that's one. If you're only speaking about one galaxy, there's millions.
There's millions of them. There's million galaxies.
Yeah. So yeah, bro. Listen, there's some other people out there. You better believe.
So okay. So, personally goes, how y'all come up with that?
Huh?
What?
How do y'all come up with that as a billion galaxies? I know that's what we always been told, but how do we come up with that?
How do you come up with we never been to the moon?
I believe that too.
We ain't never been to the moon. I
Right.
mean,
How do you get there?
I believe that too.
How you get there?
I believe that we didn't go to the moon.
we ain't go to no moon, bro.
I
How we go to the moon, but we ain't been back since?
Right. You would think, and think about when they said we went to the moon.
1969.
Word.
What was it? 19 what?
It was a rush
1969.
between countries to get to the moon first. So they went right, not too far from around the way. They went right over there in that big chamber, and they filmed.
Big camera trick.
Word, bro. There's so much that we've been unpacking, even like, even within like Black culture and our history, and and how we get to
Beethoven.
Like, huh?
One with they say Beethoven was black.
Oh, I
You hear that?
Beethoven?
Yeah, I heard that. I thought he was black.
I thought I said that. Yeah, Beethoven was black. Like the way they describe him, they was like, that's a black person.
All greats were black. All greats were black. They were all, everyone great was black, bro.
Yo,
like
Ty, you gotta stop. You gotta Terry Crews on her ass. It's not Black Lives is better.
But
it's not make it seem like Black Lives is better now.
No,
don't make it seem like a joke.
Trap lives is better. But no, bro, people like that, they don't. It's funny because I listen to my dude Grandmaster all the time, and it makes me think about that. Cause like, if we really had to, if we had to get up out of here, like Black people, if we all had to, like, if there's 45 million of us and 30 million of us, or we had to go somewhere else, he's the type of person that would be here still. He'll stick around. He'll stick around, and he's gonna get wiped out because whoever don't go with us is gonna be hit.
He'll stay.
You know what I mean? And then we got to start looking at each other, bro. This is what I'm saying. It's really getting serious. We got to really talk agendas. We really have to talk reparations. And then we can't just say, we want reparations, give us a check.
Right.
No, we're not a country. We need to be a country. We need to be a nation. Like, we got to go to like the World Court and declare ourselves African descendants of slaves and prisoners of war right now. And then we could, and there's so many different treaties that are out there of different countries that are willing to help. So we got some work to do, but
that's something that need to be talked about because I'm not familiar with everything you just said, so that need to be taught. And that becomes the issue. We don't know our history. We don't know what country's willing to help us. Type, you know what I mean? Like you just said, there's countries that are willing to help us. That's my first time hearing something like that.
Everybody's willing to help us. Think about what America is. Go ahead, Luan.
No, I was about to say, the crazy thing is like what bro said is like, a lot of us is learning a lot of history within the last 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We had, and a lot of us is 40, 30, 20, you know what I'm saying? Like, but old, you know what I'm saying? Not old, but you know what I'm saying? We a lot of
yourself,
you
speak for yourself, nigga.
I just turned 39. I'm in my 30s, yo. I just turned 39 2 days ago. But a lot of us, a lot of information that we probably should have learned. We was like 6 years old. We just learning now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like, and I think it's because, we have this push for, justice, you know what I'm saying? Because, we've been facing a lot of injustice. So now it's making a lot of like community, activists, community leaders, you know what I'm saying? Those fighting for justice, they're pulling up certain information. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh, junk, I didn't know that. Like people like when you guys post certain things online, it's like, oh, okay, tag, I ain't realized that. Making us read, like, because I think it's bringing out a lot of more consciousness in those that was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like think about this, Ty. Like if we go back to January, like sporadically me and you would have certain conversations, you know what I'm saying? So, we kind of knew what wavelength we was on, but think about people that we just knew that was just chilling. you know what I'm saying, just in nice mode all the time. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, oh, like people are like waking up, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, being more conscious, you know what I'm saying, about their whereabouts, about their living situations that they're in. You know what I'm saying? It's like you think about. Go ahead.
I thought you had pause on my end real quick. My phone.
Oh, no, but go ahead.
I thought you had stopped. You had paused on my end real quick. My bad.
So all I need is that little daylight, nigga. I'm in.
Facts. But go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Go.
Oh, I pause again?
You wasn't or were you finished?
Nah, I think he finished. He finished, Ty. He finished.
Yeah, no, I wasn't finished, but yeah, you can go.
All right.
So what I was saying is, the point that I was getting to is, obviously, like a lot of people, you know, yeah, you got people on social media, you know, with the Black Lives Matter movement, but with that, there are people that sprinkling some knowledge too. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like maybe because everybody's chilling, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's forced to kind of sit down. We can't really go out to the club. We can't really go here. We can't really move around like we want to. So now you get more people that that have nothing else to do but really read what, you know what I'm saying, like what's being posted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you going? You at the crib, you stuck. You know what I'm saying? Everything's shut down. So I think this time is, you know, I think a lot of people that wasn't, I don't want to say awake, but wasn't more in tune with what's going on. I think you're getting more people that's starting to become in tune with their surroundings and actually what we're going through right now. And even in terms of history, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing where we stand in history, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's been a ride, man. And I'll let Demetre talk to some of this too, because it's like some of our people understand where we need to go. Some of our people understand the moment we are in. Some people are just scared, and I understand that too. But you also have to look back in history. Like, you can't quote Malcolm to me or Martin to me or Stokely. You can't quote these people to me, and you're doing nothing but sitting in the house talking on the computer about what people are doing outside, putting their bodies on the line, on the front line. It's not just, and yes, maybe it got a little weird in Waterbury for a minute, and even in different parts of Connecticut, but it's not like Portland or Atlanta or New York in some areas. It didn't get that bad. But the thing about it is, those are still our people that are dealing with it. Those are our family members in different areas that are really dealing with it. And, you know, some people are scared in this moment, but you can't be. Look back at the leaders of the past. Were they scared? Do you think for 1 minute they were scared to even talk about what's real? We've been programmed so much that we feel as though we can't even talk and call out white supremacy and say we need to get rid of white supremacy. Like that makes people uncomfortable, or even things like Black Power. Like, you know what I mean? That's the type of time we on. We have to call it for what it is. Black Power, white supremacy. Like, you know, but I don't know, man. Some people are scared, and I will say to them, get it together, because there ain't nothing about to change. Demetre, you can add something to that, but I really feel like people are scared. A lot of people are scared, and some of our Black people that we need to help get us to a point of liberation are scared. They rather stay where they're at. You know what I mean? They rather stay captive.
Right.
Go ahead, Demetre, tap into that.
Nah, I agree. So just to follow up with that, like I was trying to figure out, like how are we still in the same situations that we've been fighting against for generations? And I thought that, and y'all feel free to disagree with me on this, but I felt like the generation before mine and Ty's generation, they grew a little bit complacent about everything. What I mean by that is, Civil Rights Act 1960s, if I'm correct, Voting Rights Act 1960s as well.
Yeah.
So, like my grandmother, she was born in 49. My grandfather in 48. So, like down south, so she was living through all this stuff. What happened? And her generation were really the ones that were just like, you know, we're gonna do the March on Washington. We're gonna do some we're gonna say no for giving up our seat on the bus. Like that was her generation and all stuff. And they made the progress. They did what they needed to do. Civil disobedience. Some of them went to jail, chased by dogs. All this good stuff. I mean, well, bad stuff.
Bad stuff.
All this bad stuff, and they achieved what they wanted in 1960s, right? So now they have their kids or whatever, and they're telling their kids like, "Yeah, we did all this for you guys. You guys are good now."
You know what happened? You know what happened though, bro? On some real, the Democratic vice president happened. The nominee right now happened. Because when the war on drugs and when they started putting drugs in the communities around the 70s and the 80s, really putting drugs in, really putting weapons in, like that, and really incarcerating us heavy during that time, that's what changed everything. That's what took man out the house.
But see, I don't disagree with that. So that's what I'm saying. But that happened to the generation after. This is what I'm saying. Like now people are just like scared. Like they don't think that it was a problem yet. You know what I mean? Because when you think about it, Rodney King got his ass beat in '92, like and all that stuff, and they were riots. But what came out of it? You know what I mean? That's what you got. What came out of it? And that generation, it wasn't us yet. Like we were young or whatever, if not born already. You know what I mean? So the generation before us, they did what they really do besides throw a riot. And then when the cops came and shut that shit down, what really came out of it? You know what I'm saying? Now, after unfortunately, from Trayvon Martin, we started seeing steam pick up in our generation. So we coming down here, now we're at George Floyd. Now we're just like, you know what? Like, nah, and those shirts that we are not our ancestors, that shit. Like, some people think that's disrespectful, but we take that hard. Like, yo, we not just going to sit back and, like, just let you clap us like this. You know what I mean? Like, you got to answer this somehow, some way. And it's taking shape in more than just police brutality. Now people talk about food insecurity. Some people talking like myself, anti-capitalism. Like, yo, this whole shit is dumb evil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's necessary. I was on Twitter. I love Twitter. If y'all know.
Get Twitter. Get your chat.
Oh, dang, I changed it. I don't remember, but I will.
We'll get it.
I changed it to something.
Like
I changed it to something.
Or something.
Yeah,
like
that's what it is. Oh, Ty got it. Ty got it.
It's like D_Mock_C or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what it is. No, but when you go up here, right? You look at the autonomous zones out in Minneapolis. They have them in Cincinnati, Seattle. Like, these are where people are really taking over their own communities. You have landlords that are trying to go to the courts right now to evict people, and people are blocking the landlords from even going into the courthouse. Like, that's a sense of unity that's starting right now in our generation. Yes. So I take real offense when there's people who don't even want to be in the trenches. Like, you don't want to speak, you don't want to protest, but you have everything to say about our movement. Like every single thing, and whether you around for the civil rights movement or not, like do not speak on anything we're doing right now, because one, either you let the shit happen, or two, you didn't do anything about it when you had the chance to do something about it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's really counteractive to the cause. And realistically, if the younger generations, like, this is the future, like, you're just gonna be on the wrong side of history anyways. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just look back. Just look at history. Like, whenever y'all ain't ready for something, doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
You know what I mean? So don't waste your time, your energy, and just fall back and just watch. It's that simple.
I want to kind of touch on that. I agree with what you're saying, and it's crazy when you think about it. When you bring back all the movements, it was getting shit done. And then, like you said, we had the Rodney King thing. That's when they bring in the drugs and stuff. Probably before that. They're breaking us down already from there. They on the shrimp we had, they bring it down with the drugs. But before that, like you said, we had the civil rights movement, everything we was moving. They bring the drugs. I think my belief is with the brainwash that you were speaking of, it all starts with technology. And you think about it. The brainwash is so heavy. I think about it. I'm like, yo, we complain all the time is we sign our kids up for these sports, this and that, and everybody gets a trophy, so they don't try. Think about when something gets hard for them now. They give up, they don't try. They're like, there's minimum competitiveness when they're even outside playing. It's not like, yo, there's no bragging rights going on. I mean, don't get me wrong, you have your certain kids that do that, you know, they stick out, but then you wrestling like you have 1 out of 5, and he's really trying to play, trying to get in. They just like, yeah, they don't care they lose. It's like we have no competitiveness. It made us soft. But with y'all, the generation that's doing what they're doing now, I think this is white supremacy. See what happened. This is all the interracial couples having kids. So now it's affecting everybody. It's affecting because everybody is no longer I got a black friend. Now it's wait, my nephew's black or my cousin. Like that's
we're so integrated with
so it's like now that's why you see more and more standing with us. And I think now that they see that is, or we see, I should say, see more of them standing with us, it's giving people courage now to say, okay, now we see some of y'all starting to have our backs. Because before, like you said, after Ryan King, we did, what came out of it? They beat us ass, nothing, they got off, they beat us ass, shut everything down, they got off, and it was like, no, why fight? I'd rather just comply and hopefully go home. Yeah. So it's like, after 92, it's like, yo, we ride, we don't get nothing, shit actually go worse. Why? And like I said, now I think now that people seeing more and more different. There's not even just whites. Like you seeing Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. Like, oh no, man, that's like this shit fucked up. You see it from everywhere. When you seeing it from other countries, now it's like, yo, okay, it's our turn.
People too.
Yeah,
You know, they're go ahead. You was about to say something, Demetre. I thought you was about to say something. They're melanated people too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. I think though, honestly speaking, even to, you know, white people, Caucasian allies and stuff, and this goes back in history for real, it's like, you could help us, but you can't join us. Because until we know how to do for ourselves, we won't be able to do anything. And that's like, bro, it's really at that point. And, you know, we respect every human. It's nothing changed about, you know, I still have white friends, everything. But it's like, I have Latinx friends, and it's like, listen, black people need to be liberated. Because until black people are fully liberated, nothing is going to work here. We could mask it all we want. We could hide it. We could cover it. But nothing is going to work because we're the only ones. Irish people, Spanish people, Chinese people, these are all different type of people that could get reparations in all different sorts. You know what I mean?
It goes back to what you said earlier too. They all have countries that they came from, so it's easy for them to stick together. Like when they come over here, they got little Italy to go to. We're spread out. We can't come together. We're too spread out.
It's not even that, bro.
I think a lot of, you know, that I think a lot of us, if we're not, you know, coming from the I don't want to say this wrong, but for lack of better term, I mean, I think a lot of us, our true identity, not identity, but like where we came from, our heritage, true heritage has been broken up and we haven't followed. You know what I'm saying? Like if we didn't come from the
our heritage is the South. Whenever you say something black, it's so full of it. It's the South that came from. Not saying that's what it is, but that's what that's what's in our minds. It's just South.
But it's deeper than that. Like,
it is deeper. But
because this is not even our tongue. We're speaking this English language.
Somebody else's European language.
But that's why it goes back to what you say when we say like we gotta kind of have our own country. Like we gotta be. It's like right now we gotta be sat down as one in one spot and learn everything. We gotta learn. So it's like like I said, it's easier for other races because they could go to their homeland and say, "Oh, this is our roots. Okay, this is how we maneuver this and that." We can't do that. Even if we go to Africa, I mean, they kind of like. I mean. Like Africans go like us, like like so it's not like we could just go there and learn our history. Like we could visit and just see museum stuff, but so it's like we got to be like we really got to be sat down as one in the country. Like somehow it's just like yo, we got to send a memo out for the ones that's serious, and we just got to have some meetup spot. Like how to.
There's only two ways though. You got to think about it, bro. There's only two ways we could do that, right? One way is like we carve out a piece of the United States and say, okay, this is for us, or we have to literally leave here. Either way,
I heard Akon got a city. I'm trying to go see it. I ain't gonna hold you.
He ain't leaving, bro. He captive, bro. Oh my
God.
Yeah. I was about to bring it back to start. Yo, shut his mic off, yo.
What you mean?
I'm
trying to go back. I'm trying to go back to Akon. Look, I'm listening to what he talking. So I'm about to go over there. Like y'all can have this. Y'all can take since y'all want. Y'all can have. Let's go back to where we at then. I want to go back there. Fuck it.
I got this dude that I used to train. Right. He's from Africa. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, listen. He's over here. He's like a traveling nurse though. So he was like, yo, what you need to do? He was like, yo, he was like, Africa's so big. He was like, there's a lot. It's a lot of development going on. He said, but there's a lot of undevelopment too. He was like, what they show you over here is not what it's really like over there. You know what I'm saying? And you brought it back to Akon. So who mentioned Akon?
Yeah.
But you mentioned Akon.
I seen this interview, and ever since I seen that interview, I was like, I like what this nigga talking.
Yeah,
ain't gonna hold you.
My dude, his name is Eric too. So the funny thing is, his cousin is best friends with Akon. And he was showing me, my boy showed me the property that he got over there. He showed me the property that he got over there, like with him and Akon. Like obviously he don't got what Akon has, but it's a couple of them that he was able to join up with Akon, whatever. So like the thing is with them, they're disciplined. So he'll come over here and work, but send that money back over there. And it'll be, you know what I'm saying, going into a building, a couple buildings, funding that building. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to think about what we're into. We're into the look. We're into, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure a lot of us can really, you know what I'm saying, put our money together and do some stuff here. Probably do some stuff over there if we was able to, like, you know what I'm saying, say, look, yo, I'm gonna thug it out for a year. I'm not buying nothing new. Everything I got, I ain't growing no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, I ain't buying nothing new. I'm just, every other paycheck, I'm shipping it over there, investing in something. We can probably do that, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, we probably don't. Obviously, if we had a link over there, like a connect, where we was over there and we know the money is not connect like that, but but somebody that, you know, a tie that, you know what I'm saying, that
maybe a business partner in here.
What did you just say? You got to connect.
Disclaimer.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's going, where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, you know, we was able to invest in a lot more. I think a lot of us have more potential than we really realize. You know what I'm saying? We just we gotta eliminate a lot of BS that we're into, that we've been programmed to be into. It's not. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's all our fault. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this we've been programmed from 5 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying, to get the J's and get this to stay fresh. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get older, what is it? You know what I'm saying? The girls like this, so okay, I want to get this. The girls like the dude that look like this, so I'm gonna get that. So we spend a lot of our money to look a certain way. We spend instead of like, yo, what's
for
that?
For nothing. We spend a lot of our money.
Exactly. So it's not like we don't have the capabilities to, you know, be great. You know what I'm saying? We don't sacrifice. Most of us don't. Some do though.
I mean, but we still get cut out of a lot of things. And here's why. Because when we talk about development, right? So we talk about, there were 4 restaurants, and I don't know if we talked about this last time I was on the podcast with you guys, but there was 4 restaurants in Waterbury that got $250,000 grants to start up and were closed within a year.
Ooh.
They were all Italian restaurants. No black restaurant got $250,000 startup. Because we could have gave one $250,000 startup. There was 4 given out total from Waterbury Development Corp, right? Mm-hmm. If we would have took one of them, $250,000, and broke that down, $50,000 each, we could have put it into 5 different African American black.
And they probably still be flowing.
So let's be a solution. Like, so how can we get that? How can we be Ford.
Talk to that. I let him talk to that. That's that guy. Talk to how we get.
Look, I don't have an answer, believe it or not. You know, like I said before, like I'm anti-capitalism in general, like me personally. So, like that shouldn't even be a conversation. Like we shouldn't even have shouldn't even have the need for this conversation. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
how do you feel about the agenda?
Agenda in regards to what?
Like
exactly?
putting out a black agenda or something like that. And I know we had talks about it, but how do you?
Yeah, I think it's necessary. I think the black community needs one internally, and I think we need one externally as well. You know, I ain't gonna talk about the internal because I'm big on like black people should, whatever is wrong in their communities, they should talk behind closed doors, amongst each other, because they will definitely use that
I agree.
against us. So I'm not gonna go into detail about that. but the outside definitely need an agenda. Like they're discriminated in almost every facet, in every facet of life. And honestly, I think this is why I'm anti. This is why I'm pretty anti-capitalism, and it's because the rules were not written for us. And usually, and this is what we need to talk about more often, for black people that succeed in the system, they have to do it at the expense of other black people. So
Say it again.
For black people to succeed in this system, they have to do it at the expense of other black people. I'll give you a perfect example. Jay-Z's a billionaire.
Yeah, for some reason I knew you was gonna say his name. I ain't gonna lie.
I had to.
I knew that name was coming.
I had to.
Yeah.
But
what's going on now?
But listen, it doesn't have to be Jay-Z, but there's a lot of people in their neighborhoods that do that, Jay-Z's a billionaire. You know what I mean? And we know how he got there. He'll tell you how he got there, you know what I mean? When he was selling drugs around Marcy Projects in Brooklyn and everything, he was hurting everybody in his community. Like that's a fact.
You gotta shoot somebody down. We gotta
right.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? So and I'm not gonna sit here and blame him because I can't blame you, but like that's the predicament that you were put in. You know what I mean? Like you had no bearing over that until you took the initiative and you got to where you are today. You see what I'm saying? But before that, like if you know the history of Jay-Z and all that stuff, he wasn't just selling drugs, whatever. He put his drug money into a legal enterprise. You know what I mean? But realistically, if he went to a bank to try to get a loan to start that legal enterprise, he would never got it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he had to do what he had to do to accumulate income and wealth so that he could turn it into a legal enterprise. And it's sad and it's unfortunate that that's what black people have to resort to. You know what I mean? If you can't dribble a basketball, and you know what I mean, or throw a football or whatever, you got to do something else to succeed. You know what I mean? Right. So that's just unfortunate reality. Or he could have went to school, but you can't even afford school now. Schools are $60,000. You know what I mean? Like there's been people even go to state schools that are supposed to be cheaper. You know what I mean? They have to drop out because they can't afford it. Like so. You know what I mean? It's just a crazy.
We have to reconstruct the entire
What's up with your vision?
Oh, my bad.
We have to reconstruct the entire system.
We have to reconstruct the system.
Yes.
Top to bottom.
But wouldn't you say you kind of need some capitalism behind you? You need something that you need money to go to war.
Well, what I would say to this is, and this is I'm gonna tell you my way of thinking. Over the past few months, I've been doing a lot of reading, and stuff. So like when the little bit of Black history they do teach you in school about Martin Luther King.
Rosa Parks
and all that, color of your skin, character, content of my character, all that good stuff that they want you to hear. They're not going to tell you about the other stuff that he was for.
Right.
And it was a common thing. Like Martin Luther King, he was anti-capitalist.
Right.
That's just what it was. Yeah, Angela Davis, the Black Panther Party. They were all anti-capitalism. So Fred Hampton, legit, like, and I love Fred Hampton's one of my favorite people. He was a young guy, unfortunately that suffered an early death at the hands of Chicago police. But his whole thing was, he said, we don't fight capitalism with black capitalism. We fight capitalism with socialism and everything like that. Because this is the thing. In capitalism, the only reason that America's capitalism system, why it's racist, is because the majority of people that suffer from it happen to be black or melanated people. And all the white people are at the top. Now, if you start putting more black people at the top, there's still gonna be black people at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you fix that? Like, like at what is it, September 1st? I think it said that 30 million people in the country are at risk of being evicted from their apartments.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know it's about 200 plus in Waterbury.
Right. So, and it's safe to assume that most of those people are gonna be black people. Mm-hmm. Like it's just safe to assume because
and Latinx, yes.
Right, because the home ownership rate is a lot higher for when I say a lot higher, I mean a lot higher for white people than it is for black and Latino people. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? And that's because, like, it's the system. Like when this pandemic happened, these politicians were saying, like, we got to get the economy going. We got to get the economy going. They weren't saying, like, oh, we got to make sure people stay in their homes. they were saying
alive or stay alive, not just from COVID-19, but just stay alive, mental health, like make sure they have food. Like, there's different, and I want to shout out definitely. There's been many private organizations around the city and state and nationally that really have stepped up, and that's the thing. The grassroots people, the organizations on the ground are the ones that are really pushing our people through this moment. But black people, we here. Like, it's a different moment for us right now, man. It's a different moment for us.
Yeah, man, we gotta take advantage of it.
They only took advantage of us. And the thing about it is, bro, that to me, it's not even a question of do I help liberate my people, or do I just chill and be comfortable? Because, for example, right, NFAC, you guys might know, all black militia, right, went to Louisville, right? If things would have went left down there and blood spill everywhere, or any moment right now in Portland, Oregon, if the world sees that, if the United States sees that, especially on like black people, like a targeted attack against black people of a mass scale like that, what do you think is going to happen in Rhode Island or Connecticut or Jersey? You think that they're going to see that and they're just going to be like, oh, that's over there. Fuck. No. Like, we ain't worried about that. No.
Hell no.
Bro, listen, there are people are fed up. White people too. But the thing about the difference is that white people are fed up on different levels. We're fed up for being put down and marginalized for so long. White people are fed up, really, from what I see, that they're fed up with a system of government, like Demetre calls it, like capitalism, that is just like the oligarchs are like these top people up here and we're all down here. Because with white people, it doesn't matter if you're a poor white person, you're down here with the minorities, bruh. Like you're down here with the minorities. And
check this out too. To add to what you're saying too, like, what I'm saying, you got today a lot of white families and stuff like that. Well, not even say white families. A lot of families, period, are blended. So you figure you have, like, I was gonna get down this, we kind of sped it up, but I was gonna get to this. This is one of my questions down the road, but just kind of like get into where we're talking to now and to kind of like bring it together. It's like, number one, a lot of families are blended. Now you have, like with this movement right here, what I'm saying? It seems like, daggone, like, a lot of people turning out. Think about like when bro said, like when he brought up Rodney King, what I'm saying, back in the day. Now you got today. You know what I'm saying? With Floyd, it's like you get white people like fighting like, yo, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Now, my thing is this, you know what I'm saying? You know, this is my opinion. Is like, yo, the reason why we have more white people riding with what we're going through is like, because now you have more mixed families. You have grandparents that's like, oh shoot, that's like my grandson. That could be my grandson. That could be, you know what I'm saying? That could be my son or whatever. Because now the versions of who we are, you know what I'm saying, is not far. Now you might, it could be it could be a person that came from a racist background. But it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, daggone, that's my grandson. I love my grandson. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened?
I'm like kind of divided on that. And I'm going to tell you why, right? Because like, I ain't going to tell you why. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Come on.
You know I be doing that, yo. Sometimes I just got to be like,
I'm kind of divided on that too. But it's because I don't think your relations to someone, as I think it should, as a human, your relationship to someone should formulate how you care about them. But I don't really think that's the case for a lot of people.
You know what so it's one of those situations though where they go, nobody ever took it serious till it's close to home. Now it's close to home, right? Because of the interracial or the interracial. It's close to home now.
But
this is a disclaimer too for I had one of my boys, right? One of my white boys hit me like maybe a week ago. He hit me with a message. I feel like reading it word for word. He was like, yo, you're a good dude. I love you. Just do me a favor. Whatever they say, just do what they say and live another day. I said, yo, I appreciate that. You know, I love you too, but what do you mean? You don't think Scott was trying to live another day? You don't think Hands Up was trying to live another day? Like, what do you mean? You don't think just going for a jog? You just trying to live another day? Like, and he goes, no, I hear you, but just don't fight back. Whatever they say, there's no need. Just take it in court. I'm like, bro, we're not even fighting. We're not making it to court. What do you like? That bothers me. But I understand it because it's getting close to home, and all he know is I'm probably one of few black friends that they have is like it's close to home. I don't know. I really don't understand what's going on, but I just love you. I just want to see you come back. It's cool. So that's where it's like, it's like you said, it's not like, oh, yo, it's over here in Washington. We good over here. Not because now it's really coming over here. And with the interracial, it's I don't understand y'all fight, but I know my grandson or my nephew, cousin kind of look like you. So they facing the same thing you're facing. So now we're on your side. We don't fully because this is what I'm getting. They don't fully understand, but it's close to home, and it just went like, I support you. I don't fully because it's like, yo, you can explain it, but it goes back to their brainwashing. It's like, and I always use the example of somebody else, like, yo, your grandmother, your mother told you something all your life. Now I come along and I'm telling you what your mother, your grandmother, somebody you well respected, told you all your life. I'm telling you it's wrong. You're not just gonna say, yeah, you right. You gonna be like, nah, my mother, my grandmother, whoever's not gonna teach me wrong. This is how we've been living all our life and we got through fine. They survived life.
There's so many levels to that because part of it is like
it is. And nothing's black and white.
Like as black people, we don't need to try and feel obligated to explain to white people.
No, it's not an obligation, but we can't say, yo, understand our pain, but don't want to tell them our pain. You should just see the pain. You see my scars.
I don't think we asked them to understand it because I think we're very clear. Like, never understand.
Yeah, but we telling them you gotta like. It's like trying to. It's not okay because I hear that phrase and that's why I feel the phrase. But at the same, it's mixed feelings. Like, yeah, we don't have to explain nothing, but at the same time, it's like when I get in an argument with my old lady. It's like, you're mad at me, but I'm not understanding. And I'm only asking the questions to understand, but you're getting mad because I'm asking the question.
It's completely
but I'm just trying to understand.
Bro, it's completely different, and we have to look at it completely different because, bro, this is literally a system of white supremacy that has been put against us, bro. Like on so many different levels, from the way we were taught in school to our books, to the words that were in the books, to the language we talk, to every single thing. So honestly, like, bro, I'm so real with having some real honest conversations with people in our community. And Demetre said it, like, it's some conversations we can't have up here in the public space.
Right.
That we have to have with each other. Because even when it comes down to crime and gangs and black people and how we fit in those, and the stats on where we're at compared to other melanated people that fit in there in those crime stats with us. Because if it was just black people alone in those crime stats, we would be down here. And all the other crime for everybody else would be all the way up here, bro. And I'm not even lying to you.
No, I agree, but I think what you just said, just you, in my eyes, the way I hear it, you kind of back what I just said. Like you said, it's so many that we're not understanding. We gotta have the converse with ourselves. So we're asking people. We get it. Okay. We asking people that we grew up with. That was, like you said, it's brainwashed. It was taught. So they're taught the same way we're taught. So now it's like, as we're learning, they're asking us to teach them what we're learning because they grew up with. So, but we're getting offended, like, no, you should already know. And it's like, I get it, but at the same time, we're learning. They're trying to learn too. Now I get it. What you're saying, I feel like that's where it comes to capitalism. Yeah, don't fuck them motherfuckers. They're the one that's keeping it up. But the ones that's here with us, that's living with us, that's taught. So they kind of like, yo, like, we was taught this too, but you're telling me everything I was taught was wrong, but this is all I know.
Bro,
so I'm just trying to understand, like, you know what I mean? Like, I like, it's a mixed thing, because I agree everything you say, but it's like, if I go, all right, if I take myself out of my shoes, which I shouldn't, but if I be able to understand, you got to do that at times. You got to be able to look at somebody, like, why are you looking at it from that? Let me see how you come up with that POV. Because for me to understand you, I got to understand your POV. So I got to understand questions, how you come up, like how your brain see that tree and came up with the thought process that you came up with. Because when I looked at it, I came up with a different thought process. So in order for me to understand you, I got to ask these questions. You got to be willing to explain it to me.
I mean, they have to, like
I agree with you. I'm mixed. It's a mix, but where I fall on it is kind of like that.
This is my thing, bro. Like, they have to use their privilege. You could look and see in front of you. Forget the history book. Look and see what you've seen with your own two eyes, and you tell me if it's right. And I don't even say with George Floyd. I'll bring it to Breonna Taylor because it's still horrible in that situation. Like, it's horrible down to the mayor, down to they didn't even, bro, when that girl got killed there, they didn't even do a crime scene. They didn't do a crime scene. They got to go back and reconstruct the crime scene now. But, yo, it's so crazy. But, this, like, bro, if our allies, right? If our allies are really our allies, they're going to, like, learn and want to learn. And if they're asking you questions and you're telling them what it is and they're learning and they're taking it in, yeah. But the minute one of them jumps back, like, no, bro. Like, listen, this is why black people don't get ahead, because we try and assume everybody else's weight on our shoulders. We have to get rid of that, bro. That's the only way we could be liberated. And it sucks because there's people that we grew up with that we might not be able to have the same conversations with or hang out with the same amount of time. We may want to, but they may feel uncomfortable. Because you know what? I'm about the liberation of my people 24/7, 365. We done came too far. We done tried, and it's not like people have been just out here in the streets, like, protesting, going crazy. We see who's in the streets. It's a mix. It's a mix of people. Everyone's unhappy. But everyone doesn't have the same agenda. And I put it to you like this. Like, Black Lives Matter. You go on their website. You look at the goals of what they have with their agenda. That may differentiate, and it does differentiate a lot from what Waterbury Strong has on our goals and our agenda. You get what I'm saying? We still respect that, and that is that. But at the end of the day, each area is going to be different. When they did an encampment in Bridgeport, it was because of the young kid, Jason Negron, that got killed by the police officers out there. Yeah, they could couple all the police brutality and stuff with it, but if, you know, the police did that kid wrong and left him out in the street for hours. So that is the kind of, I guess, the energy that drove people to that. So situational basis, but our world is spinning very, very fast. A lot of the stuff that we thought we knew is false, and we have to unlearn and relearn very fast. The difference is with Black people, we can do it like this. We're talented like that, bro. Everybody else can't get it the way we could get it instantly. And it's hard for us to be able to have to take the weight on of other people sometimes. You know, we have to explain to our friends, especially ones we grew up, we love with, and we're always going to hold down white people, Spanish people, however it may be. But like Black people, we have to understand, like, yo, it is literally now or never. I don't have no kids, and I only fight for the kids, bro. I don't fight for myself. They can take me any day, bro. It's for the ones after me. And it's real, you know, but it's different times, bro. Like I said, yo, and it sucks because, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I have a boy that I'm real cool with, did a lot of business with. I'm talking about nightclubs, big stuff, you know what I mean? And he's not on the same level with me with everything that goes on. He'll call me every once in a while and be like, yo, I don't understand this. Like, even like when the dudes with the Rat Pack came down around the statue, he was like, bro, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why you guys want the statue down. Who cares about the statue? It's just a statue. And I'm just like, I told him what it is. I was like, yo, listen, this dude, Christopher, was a slave trader, a murderer, a rapist. You know what I mean? He did all these things to people. And it's not that it hasn't been asked for it to be removed before. It has by our generation. The difference is what Demetre said. 1984, that statue got put up in Waterbury, Connecticut. Who was around that allowed that statue to get put up?
Facts.
And it was a gift. It was a gift to the city.
Check this out. Remember, a couple, we probably going back maybe like a year and a half ago. Remember they was trying, remember the horse downtown? When they was trying to put the some type of statue near the horse. They was going to replace the horse, or they was going to put some type of.
I thought they was going to replace the horse, take the horse down.
It was either going to replace the horse, or they was going to put something down that made it look like I don't know if it was shoe shine or something that made it look crazy. But we came together and was like, nah, yo, you can't have that, and it kind of like stopped that whole process. But this is like recent, like, you know what I'm saying? Like within a year.
Bro.
It's my, what's that?
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say our city, bro, is if the mayor, when we called for racism to be declared a public health crisis in Waterbury, when we held a press conference on the front steps of City Hall, said we were gonna be in the Alderman meeting until they declare racism a public health crisis. The mayor canceled the meeting, bro. He canceled the meeting at all. Bro, then now this is something that 13 towns as well as states and different towns across the nation have declared racism a public health crisis. Because the difference is when we declare the public health crisis, now we have to identify how this is affecting all of our system, from housing to education to boards and commissions to all these things. And we have to create a plan. The city would have to create a plan on how we could change and fix these things within Waterbury. Waterbury's charter is written in biblical times. Waterbury has only had white leaders since the beginning. Men at that, never a woman. Waterbury's charter is not written for a woman. It's written in he, quote, quote, unquote, he, and all through the charter. It's literally written in like biblical times. So even if a woman was the win mayor in 2023, without a charter revision, the charter is not even accurate because it's, bro, the oppression is so deeply embedded that we don't even see it, that you could read through a charter and say that they were straight oppressing women. They never wanted a woman to be mayor of Waterbury, ever. It's not in the laws of Waterbury for a woman to be a mayor of Waterbury. And we wonder why the hell we never got a mayor. Bro, it's so deep. And that's white or black. So if they don't even want a white woman as mayor matching with them, they know they don't want a black one. And bro, it's literally white supremacy. It's in every single inch of everything, bro. Like in everything. The police is just how they enforce it. You know what I mean? The police is just how they enforce it. Every other avenue, bro, it's bad out here in the streets. It's bad out here.
It's rough. It's rough.
I'm coming to train with you, Luan. I said I'm coming to train with you, bro.
Yo, they don't. Listen, man. They don't. You know what? I'm gonna shut up. My man EB from back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those the ones to me. Like, they started calling it the dirty water. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, obviously, you know what I'm saying. Before that, they probably referenced it, the dirty water, but like, you know, when in their raps and stuff like that, it was like, yo, and then you start listening to some of the stuff they were saying, like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? They was really on to something. And that's like going back 20-something years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me to grasp
that's
the
more
dirty.
than 20 years ago, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, probably about, yeah.
It's 2020, bro. It's
Yo, don't do that to me. Listen, if you're going to post it, don't do this to me, yo. But yeah, like going back 20-something years ago, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I was listening, I was like, yo, like, wow, that's, you know what I'm saying? Because they was talking about, like, when you say the dirty water, why do outsiders call it the dirt? Like, they look at us like, yo, why is it dirty?
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, like, outsiders are like, yo, why is it dirty? But, like, think about it. Like, they'll say, the dirty water. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all got titles. Our title is the dirty water. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why is it the dirty? Like, we looked at as that. Some people might say, yo, Waterbury, as of, not now, because we got to really, you know what I'm saying, try to gain some control of our youngins, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, they wilding out, you know what I'm saying? I love them to death, you know what I'm saying? We got to come up with some programming to get them back on track. You know,
bro, we gotta listen to them first. Nobody listens to them first.
Yo, listen to them. Listen to what they want. And my thing is this, like, not to skip topics, but my thing for the youngins is like, okay, how are we gonna tell them to stop doing X, Y, and Z when we don't got X, Y, and Z in plan for them to stop? Like, how am I gonna tell you to get off the block and I don't got no plan for you to still make some money when you come off the block?
Facts.
How? If I don't got some type of resource so you can still generate some capital and still, you know what I'm saying, do something positive, why are you gonna leave what you're doing? You know what I'm saying? But we want the kids to just stop gun waving and stop hustling and all that to come. Nah, man, it ain't that type of temperature. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even that type of time. So it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We got to come together and come up with some type of program that's going to give them some fun. You know what I'm saying? Give them some fun and utilize their talent. And then listen to what they want. A lot of them are crafty. A lot of them they're not dumb neither. They're just doing, they're doing some not so smart stuff because look at the environment they're in. It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. If you're in a situation where it's like, you put somebody in a desperate situation, you can't calculate how they're going to respond. Understand? So if I'm desperate, you don't know my measure on how I'm going to get out of this desperate situation, this desperation. You can only, even if you know me, you know what I'm saying? You just know if I'm thinking sane, how I'm going to do. But if you don't know if I'm thinking like, yo, this is desperate time, you might not know I'm ready to go, you know what I'm saying, do the Vivica Fox or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that. But that might be my desperation. Like, yo, you don't know what's really mounting up inside of me. You know what I'm saying? So when we talking to these young kids, we don't know what their background is. We don't know why they messed up in the situation. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? All we see is these young kids is wilding. Wilding for what? We know one thing. Check this out. And Ty, you can probably attest. I know my brother could attest. Back in the day, we had Leap.
Yeah.
I speak on Leap a lot because, you know what I'm saying, I was one of the ones that, not me, but like, you know what I'm saying, I came with a group of people that brought Leap to Waterbury, the South End, and then up on the hill. Now, I seen the change, you know what I'm saying? like the kids, like they come to the leap house after leap hours. You know what I'm saying? These young kids coming to the leap house trying to chill with the counselors. Why? Because they see people, number one, that look like them. Some don't look like them, but it's like, yo, this is my counselor. I like my counselor. And my counselor's in the hood. My counselor's right in that building right there. So I can go, when I get out of leap, I can go to my counselor and chill, play Connect Four, play some board games. You know what I'm saying? My counselor's fun. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, how you get that job? Oh, I went to school. Oh, okay, where you go to school? Now it's like the kids are looking at them like, yo, those are cool. You know what I'm saying? I can really go to school and come back and do this. They took leap out. I got like three or four of my kids.
All good, bro.
From when I was doing it.
Appreciate you.
Crazy cases. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, for a fact, it was like, because for a minute, like, four of them was like, when they took leap out, one of them verbalized it, but like four of them was acting funny. I was like, yo, man, what's up? He's like, what up? And I was like, yo, man, what's your problem, man? He was like, nah, nothing. But he was real short. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know when you expect, you know? And then one of them was like, yo, why you leave? I said, what you mean? He's like, yo, man, why you leave? I'm like, I ain't leave. What you talking about? Leap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I was like, oh, shoot. It was like, because they abruptly left what they felt connected to. So check this out. You got a good thing going on. Like I was, like, you know, kind of like at the top of what I was saying. You took the money out of these kids. And I don't want to, you know, equate it to money, but money is, you know what I'm saying, enrichment, knowledge.
Resource.
You know what I'm saying? Another way. You know what I'm saying? Another resources. You know what I'm saying? So you take that out, and now you tell them to, all right, go to school, study, and go to college. How? All the stuff that I look to do that is gone. Now you expect me to look who I'm around. I'm around this one. I'm around that one.
Same thing with programs like CJR.
Yeah. So it's like what we expect these kids to do with who they're surrounded by. So, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take something out, but then expect them to do fly right. How? You know what I'm saying? Like it's easier for me to just stand on the block and get boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna keep
instead
saying,
of
I'm gonna keep
getting those.
saying this to you too. I'm gonna keep saying it to you too. It's white supremacy. Like I'm gonna keep saying, bro, yo, you don't understand how much I'm gonna beat this in the head, so I beat it up out of every person. Like, bro, it really is. You look at it, bro, the construct of our city and even the ability for I won't even put it all on white supremacy. This is when the conversation gets deep, right? Because we have many Black leaders within our community and that have been there for years and that have different organizations and that have millions and millions of dollars that get funneled through their organizations, and our communities still look the same. And it's been like this for a long time. And I speak to Waterbury. I ain't even gonna speak nationwide. I just speak to Waterbury, you know. So I think a lot of it is when that money gets pulled, right? When that money gets pulled, we still have faith leaders in the community that support certain politicians and things like that when they should be advocating for it. You know, they should be advocating like, hey, we need those funds to stay around here. Not just for the church. We need them to stay at the recreation center, the park up there. We need them to go over there, not just for themselves. Individualism hurt our world as a whole. You know what I mean? Especially United States of America. That's what we're built on, really, individualism. Yeah, and you know, locally though, if we don't get the right people in place, and that's kind of transition to like something else, but like if we don't get the right people in place, we're going to be way out of line. And this is not just about, yeah, we got to run the right candidates, but we got to also understand the process. We got to understand political action committees. We got to understand fundraising. You know, we have to understand how important it is for us to get Black money behind Black political candidates that support our agenda. You know, not just Black, because just because they're Black, they might not be with us. We've seen that with the police accountability bill with Senator Logan from Naugatuck. Like, he's on the opposite side. Like, Harriet Tubman would have did him. Like,
Todd, but guess what? That's key, yo. You said fundraising.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yo,
yeah.
Listen, and I don't even want to bring it back to Lee, but I got to. Yo, listen. Yo, you know, it's bad. I love them little kids, man. I love them, man.
I don't want to bring you, but I got you.
I got you.
Yo, man, I love them kids, yo. Cause check it, it's fundraising. We taught them how to fundraise, yo. We taught them how to go out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the program gave you money, but you know we got a journey, and journeys for them is something to look forward to. So, all right, so you sell that in week 1. Look, this what we trying to go. The thing is, a lot of those kids never left Waterbury, let alone Connecticut. Now you tell them, yo, the journey, we going to Chicago. Word, Chicago, you're going to go to Michael Jordan restaurant. Those are the things you sell them with. Oh, word. Oh, we got to fundraise. What's fundraising? That's number 1. What's fundraising? See, definition of fundraising. Building, you know, establishing capital. How are we going to do that? Let them brainstorm. What you think we could do to fundraise? They 8, 9, 10 years old. What can we do to build that? You know, build some capital.
They're gonna be on it. Sell cookies, sell cake.
And they on it. No, when they know they trying to go somewhere, trust. I was there. They on it. Yo, listen, and they hustle. A lot of them because they got the hustlers spirit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like when I don't want to say the inner cities because a lot of urban. Suburban communities, you know, they know how to hustle. They just hustle different. But like we know how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? But now when you start implementing legal, right ways to hustle, it's like, listen, we're gonna sell this, we're gonna sell candy, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do some raffle tickets, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do a dinner, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do haircuts, that's all legitimate ways of hustling. But you're still hustling because you gotta grind. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta market, you gotta put your name out there, you gotta let people know you out there. And when you instill that in those kids, you know what I'm saying? If you can, the only thing is you got to keep that going. You can't start it and stop. Not with kids. You feel me? You got to keep it going. And then, you know, bringing up to how our communities can become a little tighter is like, okay, that kid that you invested in 5 years ago that was 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? Now he, 15, 16. Now it's a younger generation. Now he got influence on his crew. Crew meaning his, peers and stuff like that. So now he can, we're gonna do a block party. You know what I'm saying? $5. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it at the rec center. We're gonna do it at the, at the club. We're gonna do it at the Q. We're gonna do block parties. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a rap contest. These kids are smart, but we gotta go in there, tap in, and then, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, those is baby steps, but at the end of the day, it's showing them it's another way. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's another way that you can hustle, but you don't always have to hustle where it's going to get you jammed up, where you got to go inside somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then just bringing it to what you were saying, like, how do we come together? You know what I'm saying? How do us, now we grown, how do we still stay in office? How do we stay where we need to be? How we stay in position? We got to fundraise. We got to do a dinner. We got to do this. We got to do that. But we got to learn that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we got to groom the next people behind. Like you said, you living and doing your thing for the people behind you. Feel me? So once we get through our phase, they got to know how to, all right, it's going to start with the block party with them, right? And then at some point, it's going to get to the gala. You know what I'm saying? $150. It's all fundraising. You know what I'm saying? It's all knowing how to communicate, knowing how to interact with other people. And it's not so much all our race. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to interact with other races too. But it's knowing how to interact with everybody. To get the show, because the show is, that's how people gonna come. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're gonna get those funds up. That's how you're gonna get that capital to, you know what I'm saying, build a new rec center. You know what I'm saying? Uplift our communities. You know what I'm saying? The communities ain't gonna, listen, if we all sit and chill, what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying?
We gotta get ahead of it. Like, even with you know, down to like what you said, like with the LEAP program, like, and that's like why I put Waterbury Strong Collective together, because, it's something we're going to bring people into. I got a core people of 4 or 5 people that I brought together and was like, yo, we got to focus on Black issues. So things like the LEAP program, like, we're looking into things like that. And how could we do that as self-sustaining for our people, teaching them coding, teaching them next level stuff that they won't even get in the best school around here. to really put them forward. You get what I'm saying? Because our schools are so outdated. School curriculum's over 100 years old. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Over 100 years old. Like, there's an organization I work with, XQ Super School, who's dope, and they built super schools all around the nation. And some of them are highlighted to certain things. Like, it might be a high school, a Waterbury high school for innovation. You get what I'm saying? And all you doing at that whole entire high school is innovation, next level stuff. You know what I mean? So
people don't even realize. Do y'all know what's going on at Wallace right now? Once we open back up.
Well, I mean, they have. You talking about with their new what is it called?
Career Academic Academy.
Yeah. But that's because they're a turnaround school.
What's going around with it though? Explain to the audience that don't know. I don't know.
So check it. The Academic Academy there's fourth graders that go to Wallace. You know that, right?
There's what?
Fourth graders that go to Wallace for the Academic Academy. And so the ideal is, you know what I'm saying, their curriculum is different from the regular school. Like the rest of Wallace, their curriculum is different. It's more enhanced, right? So you figure if they get that going into high school, if they can roll that over to the high school Academic Academy, because this is really like the first year, maybe second year, but it's in the beginning stages of it. So if they can roll that over to the high school, so guess what? So say Crosby pick it up, right? Now you in the Academic Academy, you graduate with a diploma, but you also graduate with a 2 years with associate's degree too, from Academic Academy. That's all going from, it started at Wallace. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, my youngest daughter's in the Academic Academy program. So, just that's how I know like some of the ins and outs is like, yo, if they can get that to roll over to Crosby, by the time this group is in Crosby, by the time they graduate Crosby, they'll, not only have a diploma, but they'll have an associate's degree too. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, a lot of us, we got to come together to, we probably need some input on some of that curriculum. Like, yo, all right, what are we teaching them? All right, what about finance? What about business management? You know what I'm saying? Not even business management, because you know what? Business management, all it is teaching you how to manage somebody else's business. Yeah. Like, how about business startup? Start your own business. You feel me? Like now we're really getting into the meat and potatoes of, where we need to be. So when you graduate, do you really need to go to a 4-year? You know what I'm saying? Now you got the knowledge. You know what? Look, I learned this in 8th grade. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? Let me start my own bake shop. You know what I'm saying? I had home ec. You know what I'm saying? I like cooking. You got the knowledge. You got the wherewithal. You got the know-how to do that. And you graduated high school. And I'm not even trying to knock college, but not everybody's college material.
Well,
we all
our schools are way behind. Our schools are way behind in the output of the level. Even going back to my year, so I put it on my year when I graduated high school. The level of high school graduates coming out, not a lot are destined for college. A lot of our accreditations, you got to think about it. When a school's accreditation is messed up, and you graduate during a term when the school's accreditation is messed up, like most colleges are gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, we don't want you. Like your school ain't even legit.
Hey, whatever you did don't even count.
your school ain't legit. We don't want you. What are we gonna do with you? You went to a not accredited high school for the last 2 years. They haven't been accredited, and even before that, they was just borderline. And now they coming up this year and they still borderline. Like, man, no, bro. I cannot. I'm a big person for vocational and trade schools. I'm super on that. I'm on next level.
I am too.
Like I won't. Yeah, facts. Word.
Me too.
I won't stop until we build a super school in Waterbury, Connecticut. I promise you before I go, and hopefully.
Check this out though. Okay, what are some of the obstacles in building that?
A super school? there's I mean, it depends. It depends because like I don't see no obstacles.
So check this out. Right?
I don't see no obstacles with building it.
So check this out. I've seen this somewhere, right? It was this is daggone, like probably about a year ago, because I was researching something else, right?
That shit sounds funny. Everything a year ago.
Yo, man, listen, I'm a year in. That means I'm advanced, kid. That means I was looking at this already, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A year ago, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but my thing is this though, on some like, it's not what you said. A super school. Matter of fact, me and Little was talking about this because Little been talking about homeschooling, and for our listeners, you know what I'm saying? Little John West, you know what I'm saying?
That's that guy.
People, you know what I'm saying? You got shout him out. You know what I'm saying?
Shut him out, nigga. You gave out the
you know, John West the third. You know what I'm saying? But we AKA Little, you know what I'm saying? We talk every day, you know what I'm saying? But me and him talked about this maybe 5 years ago. And we talked about, because he was like, homeschooling is like, I never thought it would be a reality like now. And it's like, he was like, why don't we just invest in, get a couple school buses that ain't nobody using, revamp them, make that, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna, sometimes they ain't gonna give us the building. Let's go get some old refurbished, you know what I'm saying, school buses that ain't doing nothing, that you just sitting there. Give me that. I take that. You know what I'm saying? Give us 10. You know what I'm saying? Put them, revitalize them joints, you know what I'm saying? And make it into a school, but it be a super school, because guess what? We teaching everybody how to be, you know what I'm saying? Like when you leave this school, when you graduate from this program, you got a job. Matter of fact, we're gonna give you a stipend to start your own. No, listen, we're gonna give you a stipend to start your own business after you graduate from here.
Yeah.
Ain't no, you gotta go work for somebody. We giving you the knowledge to, you know what I'm saying, no matter what you do, we're gonna give you the seeds. You know what I'm saying? And then that's where we come in. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to tap into that stuff. A lot of us is knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog kennel. All right, boom. All right, check this out. You're gonna start your own dog grooming company. Yeah, you 15 years old, you 16 years old. Bam, here's a site and start that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no $2 million freaking building. Man, give me about six to 10 school buses. Man, we turn them joints inside out, classrooms. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, what? All we gotta do is buy a lot.
I'll tell you one thing. I want the building. I want the building.
I'm about to say, you don't have the classroom on the bus.
But I feel you, though. I feel you. My question would be...
The building's always better because it's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But, people, a lot of times, people don't make it comfortable for us. So we always got to go the hard road.
So my question would be, with that idea, because that's actually a dope idea, and I know you and Little conversating, I could imagine that conversation about this. But so, would the class be on the bus? Would it almost be like you know how the rolling video games are with the TVs and the screen?
Yeah.
Would the class be on the bus? Or would it be just pick the kids up and bring them to a different area?
No, that bus is stationary, yo. The bus
the bus pull up in the hood and everybody come and get on the bus?
Nah. At the top, I said, school buses you want. Give me that. Feel me? We buy a lot. We can pull our money together. We can buy a lot. You know what I'm saying?
No, we heard that. We're trying to see. So would you have the class on the bus is what we're trying to figure out.
Class is on the bus. We switched that bus up. You got computer lab. You got this lab. That's why I said 10 buses. Think about how big like a regular bus. Think how many seaters, how many people is a regular a school bus fit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A regular school bus fit. Now you got 10 of those. You got a lot. You know what I'm saying?
COVID-19.
But exactly. But check it out. You got school buses that's smaller than the building, less traffic, more specific. You know what I'm saying? You can gear towards three trades. After this trade, you're gonna open your own body shop. You're gonna open your own hair salon. You're gonna open it, not to take away from what we got going on, but you ain't certified. Nah, this your business. Because while you're going here, we're training you. When you're done, you already have your business, so we're gonna walk you through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
you
you're
ain't
gonna
got
have some funds to get started.
For that. You already got your name, you already got that stuff. Because check this out, while you're going through that program, you're gonna build your own clientele. They're gonna come see you after a while.
Yeah.
Hey bro, what you doing?
Me? I was nodding, why?
Huh?
I was nodding, agreeing, why?
Nah, nigga, you was
nodding, boy.
Yo, man, hey.
My man said he was nodding, agreeing. Like I was nodding, agreeing. Yeah. Right.
Yo.
This nigga did the ezel on me, yo.
Yo, man, you on fire, man. You know what I mean? You get the mic, you go. You go, man. We got to put a timer on you.
Yo, listen, man. I go forever. Like even Demetre that was on, like when our team like talk, bruh, like we go for hours and we break down everything and we try and look at everything from all different angles, bro. Because you know it's we're dealing with some real stuff here, bro. You know what I mean? And we're really trying to get to a point of not just liberation, but a point of equality. You know what I mean? There's been other people who understands this too and who's doing things. Like you got the NFAC, you have even like Ice Cube. I don't know if you've seen, he put out like an agenda. T.I. sent the letter to the Lions of London, the old people that had investment in the slave ships back in the day. He sent them something, you know. So like there's a lot of talk, but there's only one real right way to do it, and we have to be a country, and we have to be we have to be people of that country, that nation, I should say. Bro, you got to think about it. Europeans came to America and got over 2 billion acres of land for nothing, and we couldn't get 40 acres in a mule. Ain't no way in hell. Bro. I drive through the country all the time, and I see how much land is out there. I own land in the country. Like, bro, it is. Yeah,
but it wasn't designed. It was all by design. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't designed for us to, you know what I'm saying? that wasn't supposed to be our dream anyway. You feel me?
What you mean?
Like, the American dream, who was that for?
Oh, you talking about the American dream? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That American dream wasn't, you know what I mean? Like we in America. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make the dream, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't initially, you know what I'm saying, designed for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta come on, man. We always made stuff happen. We just gotta make stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You put us in like what was it, Tulsa, Oklahoma? You put us all, like, group us all together. Watch what's gonna happen. What you mean?
I mean,
Tulsa. Listen, they grouped us all together in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah. But what happened? That was the first Black Wall Street. We can come together. Don't, you know what I'm saying? I think over time we've been conditioned to, you know what I'm saying, like hate on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the crabs in the barrel type thing, because it's been so few of us getting out that box that it's like, nah, nigga, get back, you know what I'm saying? Get back in here. But we can work together. You know what I'm saying? We can come together.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You put us all in the all room. I bet you put all of us in the square box. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna kill each other. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out how we all gonna get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? They think we're gonna kill each other. Nah. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta look at it. All right, we're in the box. Let's be creative. You know what I'm saying? Let's not kill each other. You know what I'm saying? We all smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? You know, all right, yeah, you was game banging back in the day. All right, boom, cool. That didn't work. You know what I'm saying? You went away for a couple calendars. Now let's figure out how are we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Now the main thing is, we gotta touch the attention to these kids. Honestly, because the kids is the ones that's, a kid will kill you. A kid will kill you. Straight up.
But why though? You know how many kids are killing themselves? Like, I'm pretty sure you know. Like, there's a lot of kids. Even Waterbury is one of the highest in the state. Kids killing themselves. Waterbury is high on a lot of things y'all wouldn't even know. Waterbury is highest with, like, heart disease. Waterbury is highest with diabetes. Waterbury is highest in the state with infant mortality. Man, it's just, when I say, bro, it's really bad in that place, Waterbury, Connecticut, more than it is anywhere else surrounding us. It's real.
You know what? Just to keep it a buck with you, you know what I'm saying? It's like me. I've been privileged, to work in a lot of. Matter of fact, I think I worked in every city in Connecticut, almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it like this: I work in every major city to some capacity. Every major city in Connecticut I worked in, like really working, like hands on. So it's like what I was able to grasp. It's like Waterbury is like, at some point we wasn't as violent at bro.
What, nigga? Cause I yawn? My bad.
I mean, it's tired.
Nigga work 2 jobs, nigga. I work 3 doubles. I'm here.
He said I'm here though, bro.
Hey, what's the animation in your voice? How about that? Hit me with a high note or something.
I'm here right now. You done got me going. And listen, you done gave the ball to Jordan or Kobe.
Nigga, you took the ball in quarter 1 and you talked all the way through overtime. So I keep trying to jump, nigga. He calling timeouts in the middle of every breath.
All right. I'm talking to you.
Nah, you good, though. There's always so much stuff to cover. There's always so much stuff to talk about.
What I was saying is, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when we look at Waterbury, there was a time, and probably like 3 years ago, I was like, I want to be able to make it, get to a point where I can grab some of these young kids before they become some of the other major cities in terms of like the violence and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, we where we at. But now it's like, like you said, we got to listen to what these kids would want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what will make you change the road you want? You know what I'm saying? Once we figure out that answer, we got to listen to it and then try to, like I said, you can't just be like, come follow us and we don't got nothing to feed them, because they still got to eat at the end of the day. They still got to eat.
Yeah, and I think honestly, bro, like, I can't even just put it a lot on the younger kids, bro. It's on all of us, because most systems, and this has been like this for a minute, most systems only last until you're 18 years old. Once you're 18 years old, I don't know if LEAP was past 18, but like the PAL, I know once you hit 18, the boys club, once you hit 18, most of these systems are gone. When men, especially, we're not even fully developed until we're 25 mentally on to, how to really like hold ourselves down and how to provide for ourselves and provide for our families. And some get it earlier than others, that's true, but like as a general consensus amongst all of us, it's usually about when we hit about that 25 age range, man. And things is getting crazy out here, man.
For real.
I can't stress it enough. That's why I say, we got to protect our women, because those are the ones that's going to keep our bloodline, our lineage. Black women, those are the ones that are going to keep our lineage and keep our keep us alive, man. Keep us being who we are. And they the most powerful people on this planet.
Right, for real.
And the most powerful, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
where at, nigga? Where at, boy?
I had to fix me a protein shake.
That's what we calling it?
Now, but check this out.
I got you back.
So when you said like even with the leap, you was like you don't know how far. In most programs stop at 18, right?
Yeah. In fact, all of them pretty much really do.
I pretty much I went up. I was in the psych court with LEAP. I went all the way up to resource administrator, right? But I do know that at 14, they set you up with AmeriCorps. So now you kind of like a counselor in training, right?
Okay.
15, you're a junior counselor.
Okay.
Now you're a junior counselor until you graduate high school. When you go to college, you become a senior counselor. So now that keeps you at least graduate college. Feel me?
Yeah.
I didn't get introduced to LEAP till my freshman year
of college.
My freshman year, freshman year in college, I got introduced to LEAP in New Haven.
You brought that program to Waterbury?
I was one of the counselors that came to South End when South End started their summer program, because I knew how New Haven worked. So I implemented some of that. You know what I'm saying? I was a counselor. I was one of the senior counselors from New Haven that came to Waterbury in South End because they was like, yo, we about to open up a site in in Waterbury. I was like, oh, give me that. South End? Come on. And then after that, they was like, yo, we're going to open one up in BH, Berkeley Heights. I said, I'm from there. Let me get that.
Yeah.
Boom. I was a counselor there. Then I became the resource administrator there. So I knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a no-brainer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, Waterbury, because they call it Elite Olympics. Waterbury was like overnight top dog when you go to the Elite Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Like really? The counselors, the camaraderie. What? Waterbury was top dog. Like the counselors, like the energy that we brought, like from the college students, the high school students. Yo, listen, on the weekends, I get people from Bridgeport, Hartford. They text me, yo, what y'all doing tonight? It could be a Friday night. Payday, obviously, you know what I'm saying? We get paid. Yo, what y'all doing tonight? Yo, we might go here. All right, we coming. We're gonna bring we're gonna bring the lead there. We packing up, we coming with you. Yo, but it was like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was the RAs. When I became an RA, we was like, yo, the RAs running the site. Cause we made sure every site had all the curriculum, all the resources that they need, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had the site court, but we was the muscle, making sure everything got transportation, you know what I'm saying? Van runs, you know what I'm saying? We was on everything, the RAs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, the RAs ran these sites. And the thing is, the group of RAs at that time, it was like me and a couple from New Haven, a couple from Bridgeport, you know what I'm saying? Another one from Waterbury. Like, we was all like on the same accord. So whatever's popping, we was dictating what was going down. But like I said, it was a family thing, man. And these kids, like I said, these kids would like come to the league house and don't want to leave. So it was like, yo,
think about how many kids were in your LEAP program, because I know many. Think about how many kids were in your LEAP program that ended up in jail due to shortcomings.
Yo, me personally, I got 3 of them. I'm gonna say 3 to 5. You know what I'm saying? That end up in jail just because we left. Because the reason why I say that, because I know these are kids that had we stayed, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, we had basketball tournaments, we had everything. We tapped into what they was into, for real.
Yeah.
Like we be out of town, we be in New Haven, yo, we got the 3-point contest, yo, you better show up.
So who was that? Was that funded by the city or the state?
The state, yo. The only reason why LEAP shut down because the state had the state budget cuts, yo, and they started taking away cities. LEAP is still alive in New Haven, though. Okay. I still got a plug to New Haven. I still got a plug. My plug never left. You know what I'm saying? I still got a plug to New Haven, but LEAP was in Waterbury, Bridgeport, Hartford, New London, Norwich, like all over.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is like, yo, when you become, like, these kids is part of something. You know what I'm saying? They was going on a journey, seeing other kids on these journeys. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my kids, like I never forget when I was when I was in Berkeley. You know what I'm saying? I had my group. The parents was like, "Oh my goodness, you got a group on your hands," because they knew their kids. They knew what their kids was up to. But I'm like, man, we're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I tapped into those kids, and listen, they was hustlers. I don't want to say that like in a bad way. They was hustlers because they had the mentality, the hustlers mentality. So when I was like, yo, we got to fundraise to get this, get this money so we can go on our trip. All right, what we doing? Let's go. We selling raffle tickets. But yo, I showed them a positive way. Like, we gotta go do this, we gotta do this. They were on it. I said, yo, we're gonna go on our trip, we're gonna have some dough. So guess what? As it turned around, we went on our trip, we had dough, we went to the movies, we went to the Michael Jordan restaurant, we did this, we did that. Other kids, and the awakening part for them was that when we was on our journey, they saw what the other kids couldn't do because they didn't have the money. And they was like, now, well, we about to go over here. Now we about to go over here. Now, we about to go buy these t-shirts. Oh, now we about to go do this. We eating out tonight. Y'all coming? Nah, we ain't go. Oh, all right, we be back. Like, these are kids. I hear the kids talking. You know what I'm saying? It's like, then we bring it back home. Yo, they was like, yo, you can give me a certificate. I was like, nah, my group ain't getting certificates. They're like, what you mean? I said, yeah, keep that. I gave my boys trophies. You know what I'm saying? Because I tapped into their personality. Nah, we want trophies, yo. I went and bought because we still had Leap money that we hustled. So that's money. That ain't even Leap. That ain't money that Leap gave us. That's money that we hustled. Put it right back into them. So any other person would be like, nah, I'm gonna buy me some Jake. Nah, man, give it to the kids. Put it back into the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boom, give them some trophies.
Now imagine what Leap would really be like with one, proper funding. Not only that, in this day and age where technology is, where you have kids that are 13, 14, some even 12, 11 years old, designing apps that are doing amazing things. Like Idris, he was what was he? Homie that did Nipsey Hussle's digital store. He was
right.
I think he was under 21 when he was working with Google, when he helped design the self-driving technology for Uber and Google and stuff like that. So the younger the kids are, the younger they are now, the more they are on it. Like my generation, or millennials, I would say, we have a unique position because we started off with very limited to no technology. I was born in 87. So 92, we still had limited technology. Little bit.
You talking about me and you?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then, by the time I got to high school, technology we had Nextels. You know what I mean? Then we had Sidekicks, and they just started going, and the technology just started ramping up. But yeah, man, it's. I often think about it. There's a good program at Hartford for Black girls. It's called Girls Who Code, and Sabrina, I think is her name, the lady that's in charge. But they do amazing things. Like they went to Facebook win competitions, and it brings me to what you were saying about how Waterbury was showing out at Leap. You know what I mean? Like how they would go in there and be top level. Bro, there's something special about Waterbury, especially Black people within Waterbury. I'm gonna give you some examples. Our basketball teams, right? Mm-hmm. Our basketball teams, definitely the best in the state, always been, because who was leading all those teams? The NAACP last year, they won the national award for youth council. Look at our drill teams. How many drill competitions we done came in? Like how many, not just high school sports, but how many middle school teams have straight demolished everything? How many AAU teams went and demolished everything? How many times has the Knights been to the championship in Florida? Like, bro, there is something really special in Waterbury. And as long as we allow them to keep blocking all the bullshit away from us and us not tapping in within each other, it's gonna be hard for us to get back
That's
there.
it. Because you know why? Because what you said was tapping into each other. Now, I was in the Berkeley Knights. I don't even want to say how many years ago, but like we went through a period where like we was like straight to the hood drill team, right? But guess what? I was in the Berkeley Knights from age 5 to 18. We was ranked number 1 in the nation. Number 1 in the nation from that whole time period. Meaning, when we go like down south, when we go to New Jersey, we number 1. We hood, everybody on the hill. We all on the hill. We all up top. How much coverage you think we got from that? How much coverage? Like we groomed to be drummers. We groomed to be, drillers. Them girls was bad. Like the drill team, they bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's all they knew, they drilling. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the young girls didn't last from like Julie Allen and stuff like that. How they, them the head honchos back in the day and all that. Ronnie Manus and all them. Yo, they was bad. Like the drummers and the drillers was bad. And that carried on for so like I said, I was in it from 5 to 18. That's just me. But you figure a little bit before that, and then after that, they still was ranked in the nation. We was number 1 from 5 to 18. We was ranked number 1 in the nation from that period. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can attest for. Now you figure, look at Waterbury when you talk about basketball. Waterbury is a basketball town. This is a basketball town. You go to Hartford, you go to New Haven, you go to Bridgeport. Waterbury is a basketball town.
They know what's up.
I asked somebody in Stanford years ago, say, yo, I rode through Waterbury. It's like every other person I've seen, they had slides and an Adidas bag on their shoulders. I was like, what you mean? He's like, yo, do people play ball like that? I was like, yo, I said, Waterbury is a basketball town, yo. Like, yeah, they do. And when you think about it, I'm going to keep it to you like this. This is another discussion, though. You know what I'm saying? We're going to tap into it. But when you think about...
Hold on. What discussion leading?
Huh?
So where's this discussion leading?
Listen. So like I was about to say, this is a discussion, right? So check it out. Waterbury, and when we talk about basketball, look at the talent. And you know what? It's funny because we can all attest to this. We all grew up on the hill. Waterbury, the hill got some of the greatest talent that's untapped. The hill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at so many greats that came through Waterbury. Now, you could have lived on the hill and went to Crosby. You could have lived on the hill and went to Wilby. You could have lived on the hill and went to Kaner. You could have lived on the hill with the Kennedy. Sacred Heart, Holy Cross. But you was on the hill. And a lot of those greats that, oh yeah, he was a star over here at Holy Cross. He was a star over here at Kaner. He was a star over here at Wilby. Guess what? When we all get out of school, we all at the club. What that tell you? Like, wait a minute, they all live in the same neighborhood, but they make an impact in every school district in the city. That's unheard of. Like, we all in the same neighborhood.
Yeah,
we all in the same neighborhood.
The Hill, definitely Wood Street area as well. But what really happened? You got to think about it going all the way back to slavery days. Like, when first settlers came here, they came on the Naugatuck River, and that's where they were built up. And then they built Town Plot up, and slave owners and stuff like that. That's where they built Town Plot up first. This wasn't even the east end of Waterbury and stuff wasn't in the north end, wasn't even part of Waterbury in the beginning. Then that stuff got added. Then, that's where all the black people were on the hill. Slave owners went up there, and kind of when, we got liberated and we got free, that's where they were all at. And then started migrating down over the years. What's interesting is, though, we see the way things are changing in our community. For example, the Berkeley Rec Center right now, which is operated and managed by the YMCA. And, we got to ask ourselves, like, how is that? It's not, I respect it. I salute everybody at the YMCA, like some great people there. But as a community, like, what does that mean for us? We don't even got control of our rec center in our own neighborhood.
True.
We don't have nothing. You think about our park up there. It's bad, man. And it goes down to, like I was saying earlier, of getting involved like politically, but there's different levels to that. It's not just running for office. There's some things behind the scenes and that I won't mention up here because I'm doing the takeover of the whole city. Like straight up, like, you know what I mean? And
takeover.
So yeah, it's but yeah, it's us being on different boards and commissions, us getting involved politically, not even if we're not involved politically, it's about highlighting the disparities that we are facing and presenting that to the elected officials, regardless of who elected them. You have an oath that you have to abide by. So, and that's to represent the people and speak for the people.
Right.
We got a lot of work to do out here, bro.
We got some work to do, man. I think this is excellent, part 2. It also opens the gate to part 3 because when we come back, we gotta have more solutions and more things that we can put in place.
Your audio sound messed up.
What happened?
Your audio sound messed up.
Oh, my battery's dying too. That probably. Okay. Can you hear me now?
No, we hear you. It just sound like staticky. Or at least I.
Oh.
I'll definitely I'll definitely be ready for part 3, man. I'm always ready to go and talk. There's just so
many man, I'm gonna give you a lighthearted show. You need a show where you just laugh, man. I got a show for you. Hey, sometimes you got step away from the beat.
That's important, bruh.
You got to smile, laugh at stuff sometimes too. Not saying this, but we, you know what I mean? Cause this some shit.
This some shit
up here. Oh, he waiting. You know what? We're gonna set that next one up too. We do that shit like this week.
We can set it up.
Bro, listen, man. I'm around. Even if I'm not around, like, now per se, like, we could always get on Zoom and talk. We could get face to face, so we're not worried about.
Hey, yeah, definitely when you come back.
Yeah, we got to know when you're around, so we can do another face. The next one we want to do face to face.
I'm always around. Can't disclose that information. Just tell me what you need.
Bro, you got that whiteboard out?
What?
Yeah, I got it. What's up?
Let's eat in for the next one. You know what I'm saying? Face-to-face joint, yo.
Okay.
Let's do that now. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely got to do this, man. I like the dialogue, and we could talk for hours, man.
Yeah, I think the people realize that. The people realize that.
But you know what's funny though? Like I said, bro, I didn't even know we was gonna be on this. So like mentally, like I wasn't.
Nah, I'm talking about Mr. Gunner there. That man was gunning night. Yeah, he was gunning.
It's all good though, but mentally I like to prepare because that way I know where I kind of, I need to keep my energy and stuff because, bro, there's just so much going on and it's been like this for a long time. I tell people I didn't run for mayor just to be like, yo, okay, I wanted to say I ran for mayor. No, stuff.
I think that was a lot of perception.
Huh?
I think that was a lot of people's perception.
What? That was just running for
mayor? Yeah, just say you did it, I had a buddy too. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even think he ran. I don't know. He hit me up. I went to school with him. He hit me up and he was like, hey, tell me what you think, you would do to better your community, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'm starting talking about the club. I'm like, they should open the club, these parties, get these kids on the go do. And he's like, all right, cool. He's just like, I asked that because I want to run for mayor. You know, I just want to know what people, you know, was thinking or whatever. And he's like, would you vote for me? I was like, all right. And that was the last I heard from him, though. So I said, I guess he wasn't really running. I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people, you know, bro, one thing about it is that I know and I accept, bro. I don't care who feels what about me. I don't care what your thought is. I'm here to liberate my people. It's in my spirit. It's in my bones. It's in my DNA. It is who I am. For a while, I tried to turn, you know, growing up, like I said in the beginning of the conversation, I didn't understand certain things. Even when Trayvon got killed, like, not that I didn't understand. I'm like, damn, just another one. And it kind of just went by. Mike Brown, damn, another one just went by. Like, and it's just building up and it's building up, you know, and to the point you face it. And that's where I'm at now. Like, and, you know, back to the election cycle, I did that to learn. People don't understand. Bro, I took the hardest way possible.
Right.
I did a write-in candidacy. Not because I had to. I could have got on the Working Families Party. You know, I could have petitioned. To get on the ballot. I could have forced the primary with somebody with 200 signatures. I could have got more than 200 votes. We could have got 200 signatures. People didn't even know how to do the write-in. So I took the hardest route to learn because I'm playing chess. And I keep saying this to people. I'm playing chess. I'm not playing checkers, and my team is playing chess. We are not playing checkers because when it comes time for change in this city, bro, we're gonna get it one way or the other. It might cause us to have to go on the national scale with a lot of things. And, you know, a lot of things might be able to be contained right at home, just with people getting involved in the process. But, you know, that's just it, man. If you want to play some outro music, play the Revolution will not be televised, bro. Play the Revolution will not be televised. It will be live, brother.
Yeah.
The Revolution will be live, brother.
So listen, though, Title, on some real, the next time I hit you up, I ain't gonna put you on. It's gonna be, you know, we're gonna chop it up on the phone or whatever, because we do got some, you know, you got some stuff that you're doing. I got some stuff I'm doing. I want to include you in. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, you know, I got some stuff coming down the pipe that'll be good for everybody up here. Very good for everybody up here. So, for next time we talk, you know what I'm saying, we probably gonna be more, you know, on the phone or whatever. I'm bad for, you know, take you off guard.
Nah, you good. You, bro. I'm always ready. That's that thing about running for office. People always gonna talk junk about you. They always gonna ask you questions. You gotta be prepared regardless for whatever. And I just walk in the truth, bro. You know what I mean? That's all I could do is just walk in my truth, and that's it. The rest fall how it fall. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely contact me because we got like the Waterbury Strong Community Collective, that group I put together. We doing some amazing things, and a lot of stuff we talked about, we already got a lot of footprint, and I won't speak much to it, but we got a lot of footprint for a lot of things to just
somebody
roll out.
want to follow y'all, keep track with y'all movement, whatever, or even possibly get down.
Waterbury Strong everywhere. So waterburystrong.com, Waterbury Strong on Facebook, Waterbury Strong on Instagram, Waterbury Strong on Twitter. So www.waterburystrong.com, log on. Continuously be updating the site. You know, our goal is to focus on issues that really affect the Black community and the full liberation of our people.
Right.
And it's gonna come through many different ways. It's gonna come through us being tough. It's gonna come through us fighting on the front lines. It's gonna come through group economics, empowering economics. You know, we here, man. Just let me know, man. I thank y'all, man. It's been good.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Demetre. But we here, man. I'm glad I got.
Appreciate him too.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Demetre, man. See, I caught him and that's my guy too. I just hit him like, yo, get in this group. But if I let him know,
but we appreciate that though. We appreciate it too though. Y'all jumped in.
Yo, that's my boy, man. He the youngest one out of the collective. He's and this is important, right? Like Demetre's 24.
Oh, okay.
So Demetre's
24?
Oh no, he just turned 25. He just turned 25. So right, but this is the thing. Like Demetri's 25. I'm 30 plus. My boy Dwayne is 30 plus. My homegirl Jess is up there too. And so
up there.
Yeah, I mean, we're all. He's the youngest, right? But he's the president, bro.
Right.
He's the president of our collective. We all came together and, bro, we made him the president. He's the youngest one. He's telling us how it's going, bro. That's so important that a lot of people don't even have the ego, the humility, or anything to do. Bro, I brought everyone together. I could have easily been like, yo, I'm the president.
Yeah, it's my thing.
I brought everybody together. Nah, bro, we sat there and we voted that kid the president, bro, and he is the president. Homie that was up here, Demetre, he is the president of Waterbury Strong. We follow his lead. It don't matter what he say. He's an abolitionist. Like I said, he wants to abolish the police department. We understand there's steps there, but that's just him. But you know, and bro, listen. That's so important. So to any elders out there, before we go, if you watching, you see a younger person trying to do something, get them, help them, mold them, put them in a position and support them.
For real.
There you go.
Hey, yo, so listen, that was like I said, I think we capped off a great night tonight. We covered a lot. The energy was crazy. So, when we do the face-to-face, it's gonna be even more crazier. Ty, we got some more lighthearted, lighter conversations that we want you to take a part in, because we clowns too. You know what I'm saying? We clowns.
Yourself, bro.
We gotta have our turn up moment.
Speak for yourself. I'm funny. You a clown.
He already like that. But we got some episodes of from like a different show that we got coming down the pipe that's more lighter, more on everything is serious but not so serious, like, so we just trying to keep the movement going, so with that said, you can shout out your social media, whatever. We would definitely love for you to, be on the next joint. See you on this platform, see you on the other platform. Give the fans what they want to hear.
Our people, man. I want our people to wake up, and if you sleep, wake up. And if you're scared, that's okay. But still wake up and understand what's going on outside. You know what I mean? Men protect our women. And men, it's time to do something. Yeah. The women been holding it down for a minute, bruh. Nobody can tell me different. Even to this day, I see who's on the front lines.
Right.
I see who's on the front lines. I see who's really gonna run up on anybody like, nah, you ain't touching no one out here. I see men fall back and women jump forward. So men, protect our women and, Black power. That's all I got to say.
Word. What about you, bro?
That's actually gonna be on that's one of the topics, man. What you just said, man, that's key, but that's another show. Shoot, man. I think we all just need some understanding from each other. We gotta learn. That's what it is. You said it already. I ain't gonna repeat it, but we just gotta learn. We gotta really buckle down and learn ourselves. I know culture is always the key word, but I know there's so much of our culture we don't know. So we gotta learn our shit. They're
changing it every day, right? Like they're changing it every day. Like real quick, like Either one of you guys ever read the book by William Cooper, Behold a Pale Horse?
I heard of it. I never read it. I heard of it.
All right, so that first original. All right, so I'll put it to you like this: the first original book came out in like 91 or 92, and it has some deep stuff in there, and it has a section in there like protocols for elders, you know, and it's about 67, 68 pages, that chapter, right? In 2019, because the book started selling again in 2018, 2017. So 2019, they have a new revised version that has that whole protocol 68-page chapter removed from it. And the cover still looks the same and everything. So right now, if you say, yo, I'm going to buy that book, if you don't know which one to buy, you're going to buy that one that got that whole redacted version. And they're doing that with a lot of books, a lot of people, even with websites and different sites. Like a story may happen 2 years ago. Somebody's going to bring it back and you're going to be like, somebody might just share it. This story happened 2 years ago. They might have changed some contents in there. They might have changed the date of when it was rewritten or updated. It's mind tricks out here. It's a war on black people. It's the war on the lower class, period. But black people are the first ones to be gone. And it's because they finally notice our power. They finally notice our power. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. On that note, man, yo.
Those days, you know what I'm saying?
Huh?
I said you yawn, you doze.
Bro, can't hear you. Your audio fucked up. What you say?
You heard me, nigga. You heard me.
Sorry, come again. What you say? Yo, man. Ty, make sure you give them your platforms so they can follow you, stay in touch with you, follow your moves.
WaterburyStrong.com, www.waterburystrong.com. Waterbury Strong on every platform: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
We ain't got no TY from CT no more.
Nah, Waterbury Strong. That's all.
Oh, okay, my bad.
We on. I'm just a person here, bruh.
Oh, okay, that was Jim.
Nah, I'm just a person living in the moment, bro. But yeah, that's it. Waterbury Strong, man.
I feel that. You know what it is, man. Gunny for real on everything. And I guess
keep an eye out for your mailboxes in case anybody using our stuff.
Sure, y'all for real.
And you can catch me at LeMan Wise, Facebook, IG, LeMan Fitness. That's me.
Oh, that's how you get that nigga quiet. Tell you on his socials.
So before we go, I will ask this: are you willing to train, Luan? Are you willing to train young black?
Wait, Luan. You asked it, then you got Luan to ask it again. Why you throw his name? I'm just curious. No, I took psychology 101 from the streets.
I know if you thought I might have been talking to you when I was saying, man, I wanted to make sure I was talking.
I don't look like I train.
No. This is specific training. This is.
I don't look like I train.
I was gonna say with some tactical training. I was gonna ask my man to be willing to assist. He threw out the LeMan and everything, so that's why I got my bad.
I'm joking. I don't train. But, it's all natural.
I'm willing. What I'm trying to ask him is he willing to train some young black men, tactical training for young black men. Is he willing to do any tactical training?
Well, I do tactical. Yeah, I do tactical things. What kind of tactical? In terms of like holds and stuff like that.
So roll up. What's going on outside? You tell me the level of tactical training that our young black men need.
Okay. Yeah. We can do that.
Talk more.
I'm about to say, leave it on that note.
We can do that. On that note.
But Ty, I do have some questions and stuff from behind the scenes too. Some of my visions. I want to.
Man, send them over, man. You know, I'm always up. I probably sleep 3 hours a day. It's a bad thing, but I've been doing it since I was 15. Always just text me, call me, get my number from bruh. You could write me on Facebook. I probably won't answer. Like for like 3 weeks, you'd be like, "Yo, what's good?" Sometimes I do, sometimes I catch it, sometimes I don't. But get my number from bruh and send me up.
All
right. That concludes our little segment this week. Hopefully it was empowering for
Hopefully this one make it out.
Oh yeah, right.
You know what? I'm saying right now. You know what?
Wait and do a trifecta.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. Cause you know what it is. I'm trying to learn the editing stuff to put stuff. So it's like I want to put the clicks out, and then it's like I want to make sure I have your social and everything up here. So when you know what I mean. So then. Boom, you see how I be looking. This like literally I fall through that career like this a lot of times. But but with this one right here, it's very important. So I mean, if y'all comfortable as is, we should go out tomorrow. Then I just work on the promo pitch from that.
Yeah, I'm running.
All right, so there ain't no editing needed. We go out just like this.
Yeah, bro, we only could speak our truth, and we only could walk our truth and walk out. So whoever don't like it, we got none for you. Can't worry about it.
Facts. All right, it's going on like this then. So yeah, man. Hey, Mike, go ahead and close it out. Hey, Mike.
CP3705A.
Yes, yeah. Got an inmate number now, huh?
I was about to say a different number, but I
signing out. You know what I'm saying? CP3705. That's me.
3705.
You said 7705?
CP3705.
Oh, okay.
Wait. What it shows?
CP3705. Come on, dude. Look at the joint. Yo, I ain't drunk, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So, if you would have put the junior, I would have exited.
Oh, man.
I should have put Mr. 106, man. That's what I'm going to do next time. I'm going to put all your nicknames for every show. I'm putting a different nickname. That's what I'm going to do. Every time you say nickname, I'm going to change your name. I'm telling you. I'm going to do that. That's what we're going to do from here on out. See all the nicknames you have. I'm going to have all them shits at the bottom of your screen. So all up. 106, E-Dub, what you said, L Boogie? L Boogie. That show your age as is, L Boogie. He like, all right, that's it. Like,
all right.
I think different, paint pictures, get wild visions. Going over life strategies with bar fishing. Let's see where those moves will get you. Play gangster to that 9 to hit you.